everyone, and welcome to another Toonkind D&D game. I am your DM for today, Wick, and I will have my players introduce themselves and their characters from top to bottom.
All right. I am Oatmeal. I will be playing the professor. He is a tall, real kind man. Looks human. And he has a just kind of an eccentric outfit. Long coat, hat, very, very, very long scarf, and yeah, that's him.
I'll be playing Amber. She's a pretty small, scrawny, fiery-headed toon. Smells a lot like burning garbage. Carries around this old box everywhere. That's basically it.
Hi, my name is Avi. I will be playing Arata Satomi, who is a real kind teenage boy who doesn't make a lot of great decisions because he does not have the brain cell most of the time, but he's also accompanied by a cat, so it kind of balances out.
Wait, shit, that's me. Hi. Hi, my name is Magic. Today I am playing a real kind called Seeker. He is a real kind satyr. However, his clothes are UPA in nature. I don't even know how to describe his clothes. He's just got he has goat hooves. He has goat horns with like two ribbony attachments to it. There's also this design's gonna take a while. I'm so sorry. He's got a horn piercing in one of the horns that is also a wind chime, that also makes a lot of noise. He has a snake ring that moves at every dawn, so you can find it all over the place on his head. It changes from day to day. There is another ring on that horn as well. It's the opposite horn from the wind chime horn. And it is sparkly. It has a sparkle on it. He has these sort of like weird like arm gloves that like completely covers forearm down to like his hand. It's got like a ring in the middle to keep it together. He's wearing the like, God, I want to describe it as some sort of like overcloak. I don't. But it has like the design of like dripping paint around the neck area. And he's also got like a bag that's attached from a belt, and also his leg. It's one of those like offhand bags where you don't have to rest it on your shoulders. He's also wearing sunglasses. Did I mention the sunglasses? He also has an earring with a feather on it. He has multiple flowers and feathers woven into like the fluff on his legs. And yeah, I'm so sorry. This is such a long description. But I just gave him. Oh, and he also has a black ring on his right middle finger. Yeah. So I'm so sorry about that description.
No, we love to see it.
We love it.
Or hear it.
Yes, his design is a mess. I do not apologize.
Do not.
Good.
Oh God.
And I guess that leaves me. Hello, hello, hello. I am Mira, and I will be playing the colorful rainbow boy, Sammy Jax. Oh boy.
Yes. And now we have all of our players. Wonderful in each way. And I would love to welcome you to Virtuosos Flourish, Act 1, The Pledge of a Tree. Now, where we last left off in the FPS More Than Black and White, we had the Professor, Amber, and Seeker rushing towards the cafe, where Maya the Mime said something rather ominous, or maybe kind of sus. We don't know. But in order to get things started, we have to go back a little earlier in the day, where a certain someone is stirring in their bed in a specific house of pain. And me, who doesn't have the ref ready. Hold on a second. I just want to put Bev's ref. Yeah, it's Bev. Where are you? Do I not have the actual ref? Whatever, I'll describe it. Um, so we are now in the House of Paint, and this is pretty much the morning after the FPS kids these days. We're all tying this together. And Bev wakes up, and they at first are kind of confused, and then they remember. Oh, the paint house. That's right. And they look under the covers and stuff, and there's Taki, just kind of vibing. Taki, it's the day. We get to go to the detective, and then we'll get to see my troupe. And they kind of give this little smile, like, yeah, troupe. But then they sit upright and they look. They try to get their shoes on, which is a bit of a hassle. They have some ribbons and whatnot, but they get that all squared away. They rush to the door, but carefully open it and peek their head out. Sammy, Arata, are you guys awake? As they step into the hall.
And as you're stepping into the hall, you can smell pancakes. It's morning. Someone's in the kitchen.
Is that pancakes? And they make their way towards the kitchen, and they're now at the doorway.
I'm just gonna roll a quick survival to see just how well Sammy's cooking. And that is +4, so that is a 15 + 4. That is a 19. Those are baller pancakes he's making.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Pancake.
So yeah, as you approach the kitchen, you can hear the sizzling of the pan and pancakes, and just yeah, your breakfast is up, my dude.
Pancakes. And they rush towards the table. Are you
Oh.
making pancakes for us?
Yeah. How'd you sleep, Bev?
Oh, and then they pull out a chair and they hurriedly sit, just like in anticipation. I'd be okay. I mean, I kind of, well, my dream wasn't that great, but it's okay. I was able to get back to sleep after.
Good. I'm glad you were able to fall back asleep.
What is up? Narada comes in through the kitchen.
Hey, Arata.
Arata! And
Morning.
they give a smile.
Yeah, he gives a two-fingered salute and he moves to make some drinks. I think in his head he's probably gonna go, okay, Sammy gets tea, Bevan gets hot chocolate, I'm gonna make myself some coffee. And at his feet is his little cat friend, Jeannie, who goes, meow, and is going to take the seat right next to Bevan.
And their eyes widen with little sparkles, like, cat. Bev reaches out a little hand, like, I want to pet, but should I? I do not.
Jeannie just kind of nudges his head into your hand.
And they give a couple of pats. Good kitty.
Arata, the tea and everything should be in the cabinet over there, and he kind of just points out the cabinet that's kind of to his left.
Alright, yeah, thanks. I got it. That smells good.
Thanks. I'm getting pretty good at making pancakes. There was one time I was over at Chifley's house, and I accidentally got a pancake stuck up on the ceiling. Still not entirely sure how that happened, but yeah.
That sounds amazing.
It was
Um,
really funny, actually.
can you roll insight real quick?
Okay. Let's
Both of you, just
roll
real quick.
insight. That was
I
okay,
don't think I have a modifier for insight, do I?
okay, that was 6
don't.
plus 1.
You-
That was a 7.
And a 4.
Oh,
Bev ain't paying attention.
all right. Arata just has a big smile on his face. That's it. That's it.
Okay.
In fact, I think you both can tell Bev is not paying attention. They are kind of bouncing up and down in their seat. They look excited.
You seem really excited. Excited, Bev?
Yeah, I am. I mean, we have pancakes, and I like pancakes, but I'm also gonna see my troop. Maybe.
Mhm.
You know?
We'll be right behind you, Bev.
Yeah. Because I know we have to see the detective today.
Mm-hmm. We have to see Nick's plant. You guys can roll insight.
Me rolling insight again. Oh, it's a 14 this time.
That's a 15, my dude.
Okay, both of you see Sammy's face from underneath the mask, because he's wearing the mask again, even though he's in the House of Paint, kind of contort a little bit, kind of like, oh boy, here we go again. And like also just like the slightest hint of, oh, why is this my life?
Detectives, huh?
They're interesting.
Arata just
Really?
nods sagely.
What are they like?
Oh well,
Yeah, plant. I mean, their name is Plant.
yeah,
I guess that doesn't mean
their name is very on the nose.
Surely, they are a plant.
That's their name.
this is gonna be really exciting.
Yeah,
And
really
they're-
interesting. And I think by this point, Sammy has served up a very nice, healthy stack of pancakes and plopped them in front of Bev, and then dished up pancakes for both himself and Arata as well, and taken a seat at the counter. With
Yeah. I'm probably gonna wrap it up together and just say that drinks have been served. Sammy's got tea and Bevan's got hot chocolate.
the perfect accompaniment to pancakes with syrup and tastiness.
It's a good breakfast.
Yep. Can't start off this adventure without breakfast.
Yeah. And at first, Bev is a little hesitant in starting to eat. They just kind of look at the two of you at first and then start eating. And I made a con check because they're going to try to eat as fast as possible.
Oh no,
because they're
baby!
just
Oh my
that
god.
excited.
Whoa,
They're doing pretty
slow down.
good.
Slow down, slow down.
Huh?
You,
What?
you
What?
need
What?
to take slow bites,
Well, we gotta
okay?
get to the office, right?
But the office will be open by the time we get there. Nick's plant is not going anywhere. Trust me.
So Bev does slow down a little bit, but already, surprisingly, they're about halfway through their stack of pancakes. They eat relatively quickly.
I mean, they could just do the very Toonish thing of grabbing their fork and going dunk and shove.
They could, but I don't know. I don't know if Bev can. They don't know either.
Fair enough.
Um,
At any
But-
point, you can rush us out the door, Wick.
well, they just. Sorry, I just have the image of them sticking a fork and just.
And doing
pancake.
basically the Scooby Doo open the mouth, stretch, and chomp.
Beautiful. But when they go to take a sip of hot chocolate, they do kind of slow down for a moment. That is a little hotter, and they do kind of give it a look.
I can't take this with me, can I?
I mean, it should fit in your hammer space.
Oh, right.
Uh, and they
There's a cup
open
of
their
hot chocolate.
they open their front pocket, and you see them hesitate before they go to put it in. And you don't have to roll insight for this. Their face literally says, like, is this gonna work? They have never put any liquid in their hammer space, and they're like,
Sammy kind of grabs his own cup of tea and just kind of sips at it for a moment, and then puts it into his sleeve, and then kind of jazz hands at Bev, like, see, it's okay. And then they can actually
God, I
roll
wish I
hammer
had a
space.
hammer space.
I'm gonna actually roll hammer space. I don't know where my D10 is right now, so I'm just gonna use dice parser. Yeah, he pulls out his cup of tea again and shows Bev that, hey, look, no tea has spilled.
Oh,
and so they very bravely just shove it into their pocket, and then they let go, and it's fine. Yeah, they're okay.
oh, that reminds me.
Okay, good. They go back in, but what they take out isn't the cup of hot chocolate that they have. Rather, they take out a small opalescent clamshell.
I remember. I got this from one of the shops. It helped me to fall asleep.
That's good.
Oh, and that's actually the comfort clam that is sold at Glorp Shop. Yeah.
Plug.
Yeah, plug in the Glorp Shop. Yeah.
We'll do a commercial for Glorps.
But as they hold it in their hand, they just kind of they look at it and then they decide to open it.
I wonder if.
And both of you hear a melody coming from the shell. And I'm a little embarrassed, but I am going to hum it out because it's important. So. Do, 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 do. Oh. Do. And as it goes on, I might have cut out, but that's okay. Bev's like,
I think it's a lullaby. Nice, isn't it?
It's really pretty.
Yeah. It's really nice.
and as they close it back up, can both of you roll insight?
Yep, here we go. Oh my gosh, Sammy, what the heck? What is it? 8
I got
plus 1.
16.
Well, luckily, you both notice that it looks like, as Bev is finishing the rest of their pancakes, that they had something else they wanted to say after that, but they choose not to. And they wipe their face with a napkin,
Okay. Are we ready?
and
Ready whenever you are.
they're bouncing up and down again in their seat.
Let's go.
Sammy kind of gently puts his hand on Bevan's back for a moment and is just like, If you ever want to talk to us about anything, you can talk to us, okay?
Uh, Bev stops for a moment, kind of gives you a little look.
Well, I thought maybe.
And that they sit still for a moment.
You know that lullaby?
Mm-hmm.
Well, don't laugh, but I like to think that that's my mom.
You don't even need to roll insight. Sammy's face is incredibly soft right now.
Hey, you have a cat's head in your lap now.
Oh, hi, cat. I do wonder if I have one.
Kind of just pet Jeannie a little bit.
But now's not the time to think about it.
And
They hold like a little fist, like I gotta get pumped up.
I
No.
hold Kevin so soft.
So, how do we get out of here? Do we just go through the door?
Just out the front door.
Gee,
and with Taki in hand and a hammer space full of hot chocolate,
Love that.
they're ready to set out.
Heck yeah.
Pocket hot chocolate.
And pocket tea. Well, technically sleeve tea.
Arata's just taking his coffee with him. Don't mind him.
Y'all putting things in your pockets? What? But so the three of you, I'm assuming, exit the House of Paint.
Yep. And Sammy takes a moment to take the House of Paint's frame off of the wall and put it in his hammer space again.
gee. Which way was it again? Wait, I don't even know where the office is.
I do. And I say this is where I roll survival to see how long it takes them.
I would say survival, but at advantage because you were there before.
Okay. That's a plus. First one is yeah, it's a plus. So first one, 14. Oh, I'm so glad that was at advantage. That was
So good.
8. So yeah, 14. It takes a little bit, but they still managed to get there in a reasonable amount of time, considering it's above average.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take too long of the morning. It's probably like 10 or 11. Guys are making your way down the sidewalk
Making our way downtown.
walking fast here. But Bev is unapologetically holding both of your hands, your free hands.
I hold them
And-
so soft.
I have the mental image of Bev just kind of in the middle with Arata and Sammy holding on to Bev's hands as they go down the sidewalk.
Oh, yeah. And it seems like the day is bright and lovely. There are a few tunes milling about. A couple of shops are opening up. Some are later than others. Most of them are probably open by now. And as you approach the gardening shop that is below the office, you can see that that is open as well. But of course, that is not your aim. Your aim is for upstairs. So you turn into the stairwell and you head up the stairs. But as you do so, you hear what sounds like muffled shouting coming from upstairs.
Arata, you take Bev, and Sammy's gonna run up the stairs.
Arata, not even thinking, just picks Bevan up.
What? Oh, what?
And you get to the door. Are you just gonna like open it? You just gonna like test it?
Yeah, Sammy's gonna open it because if someone's shouting, that either means that Dr. Lane is in trouble or someone is yelling at Nick's plant, which is
And, and as you open the door, a different door opens as we meet the other three who have arrived back at the cafe where Maya the Mime resides. We're switching over.
Oh boy.
Me, y'all not getting out of this. So you guys are back at the cafe. And
Okay. I mean the professor is like, I mean, he ran here, so he's just gonna like, I mean, just burst in through the door and be like, what is going on?
and as you do so, surprisingly, not much has changed in the cafe. It's still eerily empty, but still relatively pleasant. But you do notice that Maya has packed up their fax machine and has placed it in, they placed it in the case on their back, and they were writing something on a cue card when you burst in. And when what they're writing, it like drifts off dramatically because you startled them for a hot second. They turn quickly around and nod, like, yeah, like acknowledging that you're here.
And
They quickly grab a paper from the table and they hold it out to you, to the three of you to take a look. And it is a fax that was received before you guys arrived. And it is from a detective Plant. It reads the following: Maya, please come to my office as soon as possible. We have apprehended the person responsible for Bevan's disappearance. And with luck, we should soon have Bevan ourselves. Sincerely, Nick's Plant.
Jeez. The professor's gonna roll insight real quick.
Okay.
This mean we're not getting paid?
Beautiful.
You'll get paid in experience.
Maya looks at you.
I think I'd just rather rob someone.
And
all right, he has no comment about the name.
Maya does look a little worried, but they shake their head, and they actually they go into, like, they reach into the top of their beret, and they pull out a small sack, and from the way that they take it out, you hear it does sound like coins. They are willing to at least pay you for the help that you have that you had brought,
Never mind, forget I said anything.
They do hold up a cue card and say, I don't have much, but I do have this. And they're actually going to give you 10 gold each.
The professor's gonna take his gold, split it, and give it to the other two.
God damn it. Seeker gives his money back.
Y'all just get paid.
If you're not having your money, I'll take it.
Whatever, we all give it to Amber then.
No. God damn it.
Maya's just looking like, eh?
No, alright, fine. I'll give half to Maya, half to Amber. There we go.
Sweet.
Problem
One for me.
God, I'm just imagining this explain of like the professor getting the money first, splitting it between the two, handing it off to Seeker. Seeker splits it again and just hands it off to the other two.
Yes, Maya looks very confused.
Oh boy.
How much gold did I get then?
yeah, I'm confused now.
Do you want to just go
I mean,
with like
you get 5 from the professor.
I'm bad at math, but I think it's like
Sweet.
22 if I'm doing math right.
Nice. All right,
Half
so you
15.
see, so Amber gets 20.
I guess.
The rest
I
of
don't. Wait, what happened to the other 10?
I gave it back.
Maya just looks at in their hand confused, but they hold it back out again. Like, hello, like.
Maya takes your hands and folds it over to the gold and then pushes it to Maya's chest.
That
You're
they
not,
still
if you
look
don't
rather
want that, I'll have it.
bewildered. But they put the rest back in their little pouch.
Look,
They just kind of shake the confusion out, and they kind of hit their face a little bit, and to be like, all right, enough with the antics here. They take out another cue card. There is still one other thing I would like help with.
Yes.
And they flip over the card. It says, "Follow me. We're going to the office."
Oh, good. That's exactly what the professor wanted to do anyway. So he will absolutely just follow. He has not looked happy this entire time.
Oh no.
No.
But so the 4 of you file out of the cafe, and you do notice that Maya is a bit slower than you guys would have liked, but it does seem like they're trying. Their speed is halved. They can't do anything about it.
Aw.
But
Can the professor offer to give them a piggyback ride?
Maya just politely holds up a hand like, "No, don't worry, I got this."
Fair enough. He's not gonna press it.
They keep on walking. And actually, I should.
Should we roll like perception or something? Like,
Yeah, roll some perception.
Oh boy, perception.
Perception.
My best stat.
Don't worry, guys. It's all part of the plan. Oh my god.
oh wait, hang on.
The contrast. Just for you listeners, there is
Oh no.
one rolled a 6, one rolled a 2, and one rolled a 19. We've got it, for. But so the professor is on top of things. You notice that the shops there are more shops opening back up, people milling about. It hasn't been too late in the day. It actually seems like it could be around like 11ish. It's still pretty early, but not as early as obviously the early morning. And as you keep walking, it's gotten a bit warmer, but otherwise it seems like a lovely day. And on your way, you do pass by the auto shop that you guys had met in before. And, the regular car and the clown car is still there. And in fact, the real kind mechanic in there spots you and gives a little wave.
The professor will wave back.
Seeker waves
Meanwhile, You two, you guys will not go without perceiving something. As you guys are walking down, Seeker, you're not quite paying attention to where you're going, but as you walk, you look to your left and you actually see the little girl, Margaret, from earlier.
Hey!
They're just politely sitting on a bench. And they're sitting in such a way that they're sitting like all the way to the right, and they are speaking to thin air to their left or right. I don't know what directions are. But anyways, and Amber, you also are not paying attention to where you're going, but that's because a little blur of pink had caught your eye for just a moment in the alleyway. And you wonder, is that a Mitmat? I guess we won't know. But you guys finally arrive at a gardening shop. It's kind of strange. But Maya turns around and kind of holds up their hands like, stop here.
You want us to wait outside?
Maya nods, and in fact gets out another cue card. And it has some instructions. And I'm actually going to type that in the roll zone, spoilered. So you three look at it, but the other two may not.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Secrets.
Yes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. This is very exciting for Seeker. Very exciting.
It is very simple.
Oh.
And as they look up from the cue card, they have a serious look on their face. They look at each of you individually like, you got it?
Seeker gives a smile, just very wide, and a nod.
You're something, boss.
The professor looks unsure, but oh jeez.
So Maya
Yeah,
nods,
no, nothing yet. No.
puts the cue card behind them, and as they kind of square up a bit, and they turn to walk into the they turn to walk into the stairwell. They pause and take a small look real quick. And as they do so, we are cutting to the open door. And Sammy, you quickly realize who is doing all of the shouting. So the office looks exactly as you had seen it before. But you actually see this time there is a mixed plant who is tip-tapping away at their typewriter. It's a little strange to see them not kind of stiffen up into plant mode or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But that was not who was yelling. There is a new addition in this office. You see a very recognizable figure in the corner. You see Laffy, who has their mouth duct taped shut and is handcuffed to the side cabinets on the floor. And as they spot you, he just goes.
Okay. All right. Sammy was all raring for a fight, but now he's not. He.
Go ahead.
Ah!
Sammy, is everything all right?
No one's in danger right now.
He gives you a look like.
Big Split can.
Bitch.
Thanks, Plant. Why do you have him duct taped?
Plant stops typing, and you hear the voice in your head. Ah, it's good to see you again. I'm glad that you've arrived. A convenient time.
Yep.
Did you manage to find the child?
Hey, Arata, do you want to come bring Bev to meet the detective?
Arata's already climbing up the stairs. He does not trust this. But he is
What's happening?
protectively holding Bevan.
Like, so conflicted right now because he heard the story that Arata and Bev told him, and just
As you get up the stairs, Arata, a strange scene is before you. You're
You don't
faced
have
with
to-
this.
You don't have to repeat yourself, but because I am listening, but Arata walks in, he's carrying Bevan protectively, expecting the worst. And he comes in, there's a plant there. It's like, yeah, I kind of expected that. And then he looks at Laffy, and he's just like, oh, hey, wait, Laffy? And then he looks back to the plant, and he's just, there is so much to unpack here. What is going on?
yeah.
But what you also notice is that Laffy, this entire time, had been, the source of the muffled shouting and had kind of been thrashing about, like, get me out of here. But when you have walked in with Bev, and Bev sees them, they stop. Laffy stops moving and actually looks away, as if ashamed.
What's going on? What? Laffy?
And you hear a voice in your head, Sammy. Oh, I found the suspect wandering around last night, drunk out of their mind. And, well, I decided to take them in for questioning.
Arata doesn't hear this, does he?
No.
Arata's just sitting here like,
All you see is just like Sammy's face starting to contort as he's just like there is like the very visible motion of like his jaw moving as if he's like opening his mouth to say something and then shutting it and then opening it again and like kind of just raising a finger and like just going like
Is there something the matter?
yeah. If you were going to question them about Bevan, why? I assume that they're sober now, but why the peck are they? Why the duct tape? Why the duct tape? This makes me feel like there's gonna be a murder soon, and it's gonna be my fault.
ugh! Arata just grimaces, and he's just like, okay. Hey, Wick?
This is a thing.
Hey, Wick? Hey,
Huh?
Wick?
Yeah?
Arata has a racial feature called Mind
Yes.
Linked.
Yes?
He's going to do that with
Okay.
Laffy.
Oh, with Laffy.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mostly because he wants to make sure that Laffy's okay, because holy shit! He doesn't know who this detective is. He does not trust the cops. If this is the first thing he sees when going to meet this detective, it is putting Shirley A. Plant down on, like, the respect list.
Oh, no.
So here's the thing with Mind Link. I can speak telepathically with any creature up to 10 times my level feet away, and they can talk back through this link for up to an hour. Basically, Arata's just going to ask in a mental link, hey, Laffy? Loaded question. Are you okay?
And at first, you know when the message has gotten to Laffy because he does begin to respond by some muffled talking, and then they realize, oh, I can only talk in your head, right? Okay. Man, it's been a night, kid. But
You're telling me.
I'm not even gonna question. I'm not even gonna question what you're doing here. But they're not wrong. I knew this potted plant was suspicious. But yeah, I wasn't exactly in the right mindset yesterday, you know. But
Yeah.
I mean, besides a pounding headache, I mean, I'm all right. You don't really have to worry about me.
Yeah, you say that, but you're duct taped.
Listen, it's not the it's not the weirdest thing that's happened. So
There's
yeah,
a
no, I would
long pause until Arata's just like, you know what? That's fair.
yeah, but I wouldn't trust this plant if I were you. I don't know what they're up to. I mean,
You don't have
yes.
to tell me that.
I guess I get it, but uh well, let's just hear them out. Um, but they're still avoiding eye contact, Laffy. Meanwhile, Detective Plant uh, is responding to you, Sammy. I suppose interrogation was not the correct word. Since I had found them in such a state the night previous, I found it best to detain them, especially considering the case we have at hand.
Again, Sammy's mouth kind of opens and then shuts a bit, and he's just like, "Why you? Why are they tied up? You could probably just put him in a room for him to sober up."
And actually, as you look around, you notice there is a room that is adjacent to this one. But Shirley kind of just waves one of their leaves like in a back and forth motion, like saying no. Uh, that room is for my partner to conduct their sessions. It would not be
For
appropriate to keep them there. So this was the
well,
quickest.
if a person's drunk out of their pecking mind, that might constitute the need for a session from Dr. Lane. Don't you think? There might be an underlying such. Uh,
Sammy's just having a time.
yes,
It's a time all around.
you don't even need to roll insight to tell that Sammy is very, very uncomfortable right now.
How about this? Arata looks between the two, Sammy and Detective Plant. Plant hasn't said anything out loud yet, and honestly, that's not the weirdest thing Arata's concerned with. Um, but Sammy is speaking out loud, so he figures out, like, okay, Plant must be communicating in some way.
Good. This boy does have a brain cell.
I told you he
I
was
love
smart.
He only has it when he needs to. But he looks between the two and he just goes, Detective Plant, did you count how many fingers this tune has?
And you get the impression, like, from the way the leaves rustle. I won't make you roll insight. I'm too tired. But you get the impression that you kind of caught them by surprise with that one. Fingers. I did not think that was relevant.
It definitely might be, Detective. You said Laffy's hands were tied back, right?
What I what I imagine is that he's kind of like sitting on the floor and kind of handcuffed to one of the lower drawers. He actually has his hands in front of him rather than behind. So he's kind of just sitting there.
But yeah, Arata's train of thought is that, okay, I should probably figure out a way to clear Laffy's name, and this is probably the best way to do it. And he kind of gives a look pointedly to Laffy, like, I am really sorry that I have to do this, but, like, I have no idea how else to do this. I am trying, man.
Like,
But Arata moves to set Bevan down on the floor, give them a gentle pat on the head, and he's just like, okay, do you mind if you just stay right here?
Sammy's gonna move over to Bevan and just scoop Bevan up into his arms.
Just
and
a
as you
transfer
do-
of Bevan.
the transfer of power. And as you do so, you hear 3 soft knocks on the office door.
Mm.
And then it opens. And as it does, the two of you, I'm assuming, look towards the door.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a mime with a black case on their back.
Literally, what is going on?
Sam's gonna kind of hold Bevan really protectively because another person's shown up. Great. Okay.
And and my looks to Arata, and then to you, Sammy, and then to Bev. And as soon as Mai makes eye contact with Bev, Bev's face lights up and goes,
Mommy! And they kind of wave their little arms out like, oh, hello.
and Maya's face just kind of like breaks into this smile and sigh of relief. And they go up, but with their arms out, but that they don't try to take Bev from you immediately, Sammy. They look to you like kind of like, who are you? But also Bevan.
Sammy is just kind of he looks at Bevan and he's just like, do you Bev, do you feel safe with them?
And Bev looks at you. They slowly nod and then nod faster.
Before we figure out everything that's going on, do you Mix I'm not entirely I didn't catch your name, I'm sorry, but Arata and I have been helping Bev here, but something's weird's going on. I need to understand. Please don't take Bevan away just yet.
There is something fishy going on, and ending it here would be a potentially dangerous situation. And Arata says that with a very, very serious look on his face. It almost doesn't look like Arata is the person who's speaking.
And Maya looks from Sammy to Arata, and then back to Sammy. And they do nod. They look like they're taking this seriously. And they instinctively sign their name to you, Sammy, but then they're like, wait, let me get my cue card.
Oh, tune sign. Oh, I'm still holding Bev. It's nice to meet you, Maya. I'm Sammy. I'd sign it back to you, but hands full right now.
And then just kind of giggles. And Maya looks pleasantly surprised and gives a little nod. And they sign, it's nice to meet you too. Thank you for finding Bevan.
I mean, technically, Bevan found me and Arata and helped with the case. But I'm really happy to have helped them. It's they needed help.
And you can kind of tell that Maya looks just a little bit of proud of Bev. Like, yeah, you did it good, but also, please, oh my gosh, very worried. And they hold out their hands once more. They went to hold Bev.
If Bev is making the grabby hands towards Maya, Sammy will make the transfer, but his shading is lilac.
Bev is in fact making grabby hands, and
okay, Sammy's gonna hand Bev over.
And as you do so, you have the feeling that Maya was restraining themselves as much as possible, because as soon as you give them over, they have a very tight hug on Bev, and Bev is kind of like smushed against them.
My, where's you?
And they kind of spin around and give them an extra squeeze. And then they give a sigh of relief. I
Arata,
remember what I was going to say. I forgot.
Arata looks at this scene and he lets out a sigh of relief, but things aren't over yet. He's looked between Maya and Detective Plant.
But Maya does eventually set Bev down and hold their little hand. And they face the two of you. And they look to you as if like, all right, well what's up next? What's
I think Arata's going to take the charge here. He kind of straightens up, a lot more serious than he was this morning, which is a really big change for him. Out of character, this is like trickster but without the mask. Arata kind of just Arata takes a deep breath and he says, "You might be suspicious of Laffy, Detective Plant, but Laffy did confess to me last night that he was not the one who separated Bevan from the troop. It was someone else in the troop that did it and tried to shirk responsibility onto Laffy. I know this. He confessed it to me, and I do have a witness for this confession.
As you say that, Laffy knows what you're getting at. So while you're explaining, he's trying to muffle yell to try to cover up what you're saying, but he then just kind of trails off like, "Gosh darn it, you said it," like. And then you hear a voice in your head, and you obviously assume that this is Nick's plant, because how else would they communicate?
Arata hears voices in his head a lot. This isn't new.
They mention I lost my train of thought just a second. That's not what they say, but
Oop.
Sorry to ruin the tense moment. My brain's like, ha. But you hear a voice say, "And this was when?"
Last night.
They don't say anything. But then they go into their hammer space and they pull out a tape recorder with a tape. They place it on the desk, hit the rewind button, hit slightly fast forward, and then hit play. Well, I was able to get a confession out of them earlier. And they confessed to the crime. And as the tape plays, you do hear Laffy say, "I did it. I'm the one that pushed them out." And it does sound pretty convincing. But knowing what you know, Arata, it may not be as much.
Arata looks to Laffy.
Laffy looks away.
If Laffy's not going to make eye contact, then he's going to keep talking. And whatever Laffy thinks of it right now, he's going to deal with it later. Whatever Laffy thinks of him, he'll deal with it later. This is not justice in his eyes. So Arata just takes a deep breath. It's heavy. And he goes, "Last night, Laffy the Clown came into the inn where I work. And yes, he was drunk, but he did confess to the crime. And there was a pinky promise involved, which he broke right in front of me, which is why I asked if you counted how many fingers Laffy the Clown has."
And so Mixed Plant does not say anything. They use their leaves. They don't go upside down, but they kind of shuffle themselves near to the edge of the desk, and they whip out a leaf, like a frond, and they take they take the handcuffs and they lift them up a little bit so you can see, and I guess you could count for yourself, and you count the fingers. He has 10 fingers.
The fuck? What?
That's not possible. This is not Laffy.
And as you say this, Maya actually taps your shoulder and takes out a cue card. I don't think this conversation is entirely appropriate for Bevan to be hearing. And they flip it over. Do you think we can have them just wait in the gardening store downstairs?
Mm. Mm.
On their own.
And they take out another cue card. I would be with them.
Are you
I'll
sure?
be there. No, I'll go. I'll keep an eye on Bev.
And you want to roll insight?
Both of
Yeah,
us?
I'm gonna roll insight.
Frick, both of you, yeah.
Oh, fuck, that cocked.
Oh shit, okay.
Okay.
Mm.
10. Beautiful. Oh,
It's
it's
not a nat
24.
20. It's not a nat 20, but it will fuck.
Oh,
Thank
whoa.
you, Arata.
You, so the way you interpret it, so Amaya does look to Sammy. They seem to kind of pull Bev a bit closer to them, holding their hand. Sammy, you interpret this as, they're going to be okay with me. They've been with me before. Arata, you interpret this as, where are you taking this kid? They're with me now. They're kind of confused too.
Sammy and I are Bevan's friends. And I think I speak for the both of us when I say that we would literally rather die than let Bevan come into any form of danger. They are safe with us just as much as they would be safe with you.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say this, you don't have to roll another insight. You look at Maya's face and you kind of get this a bit of shock, but also of surprised understanding. Like, wow, you like they know that you're serious, and they're like, holy crap.
Hey, Arata's only 18 years old. I want to say that for the record.
Beautiful.
Sammy is currently 18 and ready to fight people, okay? He will fight to protect Bev.
But gosh, what was it? Me, words lost. I only think of Bev now.
Arata goes, should he say it now? Hang on, I'm thinking to myself. Does he? It's like, oh, what would be in character? Ugh.
Like, I know Sammy rolled really shit on his insight, but his way of thinking is that if Bevan goes down into the garden shop with Maya, Sammy's not gonna see Bev again.
But Maya does look between the two of you, and then nods. They sign to you, Sammy. You can come with us. We'll just stay in the shop together.
Thank you. I can teach you guys something about the plants. I have a garden. I know my way around plants, excluding Bick's plant, detective plant. To be frank, sometimes I don't understand how you're investigating and how it works. Sorry, mixed plant.
Mixed Plant says nothing in response. But so but Maya just kind of shrugs like, I don't know how they work either.
Y'all
But,
hired this plan?
Well, wait, did Arata say that or did you say that?
No, that was me out of character.
Okay, because well, anyway, so Maya gives another nod and takes the handle of the door. But I will pause here for just a moment. It has been an hour and 15 minutes. I don't know if you guys want to either take like a quick break or like maybe get some water.
I'm okay
You
with
know.
break.
Yeah, let's really quickly just take a quick 5 or so for
Yeah.
Yeah, we
however
can take
everybody
5.
needs.
Take 5.
That's good to me.
Please, no, Wick, I am screaming.
God.
You put something in the roll zone that I can't see it. I'm just like gnawing at the spoiler.
I
Yeah,
am
I'll be right back.
Yet.
I'm gonna grab water and I am going to come back and yell. So
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Me too. And don't worry. It'll all come together.
I am. All right. Before I leave, I want to ask: can I open the spoiler after this session, or should I wait until the end of the 3-shot or whatever?
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I will tell you when you are allowed to open it.
Okay, thank you.
And it will be in this session.
Okay, thank you.
Don't worry about it.
All right, I'm gonna grab some ice cream.
All right.
Oh, Jiminy Jiminy. Oh my goodness.
What the fuck is happening?
Over
I
from
have
our
no
sponsor.
idea.
What is happening?
Glorp Shop.
What is happening?
Oh, yeah. Sorry you guys have been a little bit on the back burner.
It's
But,
okay.
but don't worry about it.
I feel like I've been
Don't worry about it.
rattling like a cage. Like, what is happening? What is
Ah,
Let me
happening?
in. Let me in.
I'm just like so concerned. I am so concerned.
While this conversation is happening, like, upstairs, are we getting jumped downstairs? Is that what's happening? Is that what's happening?
Don't
me about it, Wick.
Oh my gosh. I have a roll ready. Like, I know what I'm doing.
Like,
Okay.
I have to say, like, Sammy is so tense right now. If Maya makes a wrong move, he is not trusting the mime.
God,
boy.
Be a
what
good
the
call.
fuck is happening? What does it mean he didn't break the pinky promise? What does it mean?
Hey, Wick.
Oh my god!
Hi, I'm back. Are we screaming about the pinky promise thing?
Yes.
What's happening?
I will point out he is a performer. He is
Uh,
a professional performer.
He was drunk.
Well,
Counterpoint, he was drunk.
Was he though?
He's a performer.
Was he?
He's drunk.
Was he though?
Counterpoint, Arata straight up saw him drink from the flask.
But what did it? What was in it? He doesn't know.
Counterpoint, Arata rolled so well in his insight during that FPS that he could tell that Laffy was lying.
Right, fair. Oh, good God, though. Oh, jeez.
He answered in good time.
I am rattling the bars on this cage. What is happening?
I
Don't
don't
worry.
know. I don't know at this point, and I am so scared. Sammy is so tense right now, and I am so sorry.
Me, Magic, am so suspicious of every single person in this room. Seeker is just having a fucking grand old time downstairs. He doesn't have a
Seeker,
care
no
in the
thoughts
world.
head empty.
He has no thoughts, head empty. You know his wisdom score. Hold on. There's something extra that I need to post that I don't really think that's come up that people recognize. Let me just put it in the walnut gallery.
Oh my gosh. Seeker, I love you so
Oh,
much. I am
Arata.
so sorry. You are going to be. Oh boy.
Oh, Seeker, you poor dear.
Oh, I'm just sitting here with my untrusting bastard of a boy right now who was sus of everybody.
Oh, poor Genie.
Poor Genie.
Genie in the back. Is that allowed?
I'm wondering what happens when they open that door, because that was just the perfect cliffhanger. Like,
Actually, I'm really glad that you said something because,
Ooh.
like, you put like, it's been an hour. Me, yes, we should take a break, and also this is the perfect time to stop it.
no.
Oh.
And so, but speaking of stopping, we are now starting again. Is everyone?
Well, is-
Yeah.
Is
Ready.
Tala back?
Yep. Hang on, let me put my ice cream away so it doesn't melt.
Okay.
Oh boy.
If you see me mute myself occasionally, that's probably just me eating.
Okay, valid. I didn't know if you were here or not because I didn't know when you muted or not.
It is a mystery.
Oh, like Sammy's so tense in my head right now. He is so sus. He is so sus.
Okay.
I am shaking my boy who just has like this dopey grin of go distract people if people come by because God, he wants to talk.
To
About
see my
nothing.
little boy. But I suppose we should get back into the action, huh?
Mm-hmm.
He's back.
Here.
Okay.
All right. Everyone take a deep breath. Okay. So, as as Maya goes for the door, they open it and they make the motion like, do you want me to hold you? To Bev. And Bev makes the little uppy hands like, yeah.
Normally,
hold them?
Sammy would smile like that, but right now he is too suspicious.
And Maya kind of gives a little gesture like, follow me. Because, we're
Oh,
going downstairs.
Sammy's following.
And Sammy, make a dex save.
Okay. Question: was it in Sammy's line of sight? Because I have advantage on that.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, good. Okay, that was a 7 plus saving throws plus 2. So first one, then the next one was. Do. Okay.
Okay.
Holy shit.
So, so that's a very good roll. That's a dirty 20.
Yep.
So Maya had gone first, but had stopped a little in the doorway. And you notice they were very pointedly attempting to trip you on the stairs. But, of course, obviously, you see this coming. So you're able to step over it. However, you step onto something else.
Oh,
could you?
no.
Is
the door still open and can Arata still see?
I was thinking that they closed it, but it wasn't completely closed. So as you step over their leg, because you're kind of like, oh, I have to avoid leg. You slip. There are marbles on the stairs.
Fuck!
And as this happens, Maya, quick as a flash, it doesn't do anything to you. They sit on the railing of the stairs and slide down.
No,
And they
don't.
get to the bottom of the steps, and they make a quick dart to the left.
Okay,
Out of the stairway.
Sammy's racing down the stairs.
Hey!
Now, to be
Get
fair,
back!
you slipped on the marbles, but you did not fall prone. So it only stopped you for a little bit. It was just enough for them to...
enough for me not to actually do a reflexive grab.
So, they've gotten to the bottom of the steps, they turn left. You are racing after them.
Yep.
And I'm assuming you turn left?
Yep.
Make another dex save.
Motherfucker! Do I still have advantage?
No.
Okay, then that is 11 plus 2.
Okay. 11 plus 2. All right. I need the Professor, Seeker, and Amber to all make dex saves too.
Like what sort of dex? Is this
Dex
a body-based
save.
dex save?
Yes.
Okay. I gotta roll twice.
All right.
So I get advantage.
Wait,
I'm
what's
glad
the
I can roll
difference?
twice on those.
Oh, never mind.
Well, that's a 9.
19.
11.
And so I'm going to give a quick play-by-play here. So when Maya turns the corner, the three of you notice immediately, and they kind of quickly weave between the three of you because they knew that you guys were there. But Sammy, you did not. And as you turn the corner, you accidentally bump into Amber and the Professor.
No, don't. Get back here with Bev!
Hey, watch where you're going. Jeez.
All right, the professor is gonna turn around and immediately run after mine.
What?
Hey, can Arata come out of the door now?
Yes, but you actually hear a quick voice in your head because you still have that mind link with Laffy, right?
Yes, it lasts up to an hour.
Ah, good. Laffy says to you, I know where they're going. You can take it. It should be in the shop.
Shop.
And as you say this, or as Laffy says this, you're heading down the stairs. You avoid the marbles because you noticed they were there.
Hang on.
and-
Just 1 second. 1 second.
Yes.
Okay, hang on. You have expertise in this, you dumbass. Okay.
Oh, man. Okay.
I have to remember the modifier. Give me a sec. Alright, that's a unnatural 21. Arata just parkours off of the side of the stairwell instead of walking down it.
Parkour. Beautiful.
It's not subtle at all. I'm pretty sure everybody else probably hears and or sees this teenage boy with a bag that has a cat being rattled in it just fucking leap over the stairwell and just doesn't some acrobatic bullshit.
And for that, and with that nice roll, I will say that once you get to the bottom of the steps, it's pretty easy to avoid the others. Avoid bumping into them. But Maya still has a bit of a lead, and you notice that they stop for a moment. And
Can I?
Yes.
The professor has followed them and would like to grapple Maya.
Hello.
Hello.
Amber.
I will say you can try, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I'm assuming a grapple's a strength.
Don't forget,
Yeah.
Maya is also exhausted, and I'm pretty sure that would affect her contesting roll.
They are also holding a child.
Dang. Oh, is that just a straight strength?
I think it's an athletics for grapple.
Whoever is grappling is athletics. Whoever is trying to escape, it's acrobatics or athletics.
Okay.
Actually, let me check that too.
Thank you, Bash, for drilling this into my head.
I will say, for anyone looking
got
at
a dirty 20.
God.
Oh shit. All right, let me do something.
Magic, you were saying?
Yes,
Seeker is just confused right now. He's just confused.
He was just like, what?
A lot of things just happened all at once. What the fuck?
Oh, there is so much going on. Hello?
Okay. So what happened was you attempt to grapple Maya, who is actually caught off guard by you, Professor, and does attempt to divert. But you notice that the way they step, it's like, I either drop the child or I get grappled, so I do not want to drop child. Meanwhile, said child is extremely confused and is trying to push you away, Professor. They don't know who you are.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you do have them kind of knocked down for a moment.
Okay, he's just gonna say, Maya, what is this?
I think by this point, Sammy has pushed past Amber and Seeker and is racing towards Bevan and Maya and the professor, and he is not liking this one bit. Ha ha ha! His shading is incredibly dark purple at this point, and he's like, Maya, give Bevan back, please. Don't. Why are you taking him away?
You tried to trip Sammy!
You put marbles on the stairs! I did fall.
Yeah, the professor hears this and he's like, all right, what is this? Who are you really?
Bev wriggles out of this whole thing. Is able to wriggle out of the hold that you have, but not Maya. And they look kind of confused and kind of scared. And hold on a second.
Over here. Arata's kneeling down, and he's opening one arm for Bevan to take.
But Bev kind of backs up. They're kind of afraid.
The
as this
professor looks up.
happens.
Bev, you know us. We're
We're not going to
Trying to
hurt
do
you.
shit.
We're
My
trying
brain.
to figure out what's going on.
The professor looks up, says, "Dear, I think your friend is, something's wrong here."
And as you say this, what's I'm assuming your armor class doesn't beat a 22.
Oh, geez. No. Me?
And
No.
as you say this, Maya just straight up decks you.
Oh
Fine.
shit!
oh shit.
They
Violence.
when they were grappled, they were able to slip out a mace, and they just freaking beam you.
Okay.
And when this happens, since you weren't expecting it, I'm assuming you let go.
Well, I have a grappling pin. It says you can use your action to try to pin a creature grappled by you by making another grapple check. If you succeed, you and the creature are both restrained until the grapple ends. May I try?
Shit.
Oh my god!
I mean, I hit you, but also,
If that's what he wants to do.
Well, go ahead, I guess.
Okay, let's see. That's another strength, just not with advantage this time, I presume. Oh, athletics, yes, right. All right, I'll put it in the thing, but got a 17. Let's see, that's no, hang on, I got a 16. Yeah.
Oh, even with disadvantage, you don't manage to pin them.
Oh, darn.
And when this happens, they are quick to get a little space, and before you catch up to them, they're doing something strange with their hands.
Oh no.
It looks like they're fake putting on a helmet, and you're kind of pantomiming it, and they kind of do a little hop in the air.
Oh no!
And they're not sitting on anything, but it looks like they're floating. They grab Bev, and you hear the telltale sign of a moped.
No!
No.
They're going.
No.
So now you can imagine this mime pantomiming riding a moped, but they're actually riding a moped, and they're going.
Hey, I'm going to cast. I'm going to cast a spell.
Okay, wait. 2 people were talking. What happened?
I was wondering if Amber could have caught up during all that.
Say that again? I'm sorry.
I was wondering if both Amber and Seeker, I guess, could have caught up during all that.
Oh.
Because
me who got caught up in shit.
They probably didn't get that far from the door, all things considered.
There was a considerable door jam.
Yeah.
Door jam in the form of people and marbles. We're certainly losing our marbles here.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, and plus, for a bit, the professor did have them grappled, so there was a momentary pause.
That's true.
If they were moving forward while all of this was going on, I'd say they would have been able to kind of catch up right as basically they were doing the
moped thing.
The moped thing.
Probably.
could can I have hold on, I'm trying to see which one of these I want to use.
Alright. I do have an idea.
Would grease work on the moped?
I mean,
Ooh.
Geese, the spell?
Grease.
Oh, grease.
here, hold on. Let me take a look. I mean, it works on.
Other vehicles, yeah.
Yeah, okay, wait, what's the distance? I just want to know.
Or maybe heat metal. 60 feet for both.
I don't know if heat metal would work.
Yes, however, I would grant you that grease could work.
All right. 60 feet for grease, then. In
Yes.
a 10-foot square.
Okay. Wait, do you have to roll something for it, or does it just happen?
Yeah,
I forgot what grease.
dexterity saving throw if a creature enters or ends its turn there.
Okay, so let me do that then. Okay, so that should be fine. Natural.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, here's
But
Arata.
I will flavor this. Hold on. You do send out that grease, and it looks like they'll ride into it, but they do like this weird kind of side thing, and they kind of just like hop over that shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Arata gestures to the staircase he has just done an acrobatic flip off of, and he goes, "I am losing my marbles here!" And he casts hideous laughter on Maya. Make me a whiz save.
Oh my god. A whiz. Oh fuck! I can't believe you done this. 15. Does that pass it?
Hang on. I need to double check.
Uh,
Are we sure that exhaustion doesn't affect saving throws?
I don't think it does. I thought it just affects ability checks.
Depending on what level of exhaustion you have, it can affect saving throws.
Yeah, but that's like level 4 or 3, was it?
Yeah, they're only at a level 2 exhaustion.
Fuck.
However, as you say this, nothing happens, but then you remember. Laffy said something about a shop?
Okay. I think Jeannie's the one who reminds him of that. There's just loud meowing coming from this kid's bag. And he's just like, "Sammy, we have to go to the shop."
To the shop?
Laffy said there was a shop and we have to go.
Coffee shop. The coffee shop or the auto shop? Which one?
Laffy said that he knows where they're going and something was in the shop.
Gotta be the coffee shop.
Not the coffee. Why would it be a coffee shop? He's a clown!
What's going on here?
Because that's where we met Maya.
Who are you people? Who are you?
Apparently.
I can say right now, though, while you guys are gathering your bearings here, you can now look at the spoiler box, or I can at least tell you.
I'm scrolling back up.
I can just tell you. Maya's instructions to the 3 were to stop anyone that follows after them. So they were supposed to stop you, which they kind of did.
Well, you can't say that Arata didn't try, so...
Oh yeah, I misunderstood those instructions.
Oh, I misunderstood those instructions. I thought it was people coming up into the thing after Maya, after they've already, like...
Well, I guess we know what... I guess I know what Amber's doing.
Just says, I misunderstood it on purpose.
Like, I feel like there's, like, just, like, as, like, everyone's, like, taking their bearings and stuff, like, just... Sammy's kind of just... Everybody roll insight, please.
Oh boy,
Oh
insight.
boy.
Oh boy, insight. Why do you get
That's a
good rolls on
3.
insight?
13.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Hands you this glasses wearing kid.
Okay. Seeker, you don't really get this, probably because you're like you kind of get the fact that like Sammy is like upset and he's like staring at where Maya and Bev were. But Professor and Arata and did Amber roll?
Yeah, I got a 3.
Okay, yeah, Amber, you don't really get anything. You're like,
You're just like, who the
oh,
hell?
this tune's shading changes colors. Huh, that's interesting. Arata, Professor, you like realize that, oh shit, this tune is freaking out and is about to lose his shit. Arata, you specifically remember a very specific conversation that happened during the night right after Bev went to bed the night before, and how Sammy had been kidnapped at one point in time.
Sammy. Sammy,
Bev's,
look at me.
Bev's gone. Bev's gone, Arata.
Sammy, look at me. Take a deep breath. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Can you do that for me?
Bev's gone.
I know. We're going to get them back. We're going to get them back. I promise you that.
The professor who's still on the ground, he pulls out a wax paper bag and just hands it silently to Sammy, and it's full of multicolored gummy bears. He doesn't say anything. He's just, oh, this is not good.
What do they want with Bev?
They asked us, and the professor glances at Seeker and Amber and says, they asked us to help find and bring back the kid. We didn't understand the context. I mean, we didn't find the kid, but where? All right, are they go? Do you know what shop they're going to? I have 2 ideas.
Could be Laffy's Skags.
Okay, could be that. Could be the coffee shop that they were meeting us at. Although,
Arata just grimaces at that.
oh boy, although we were probably just disposable, so honestly, probably not that. The other shop, no, that wouldn't make sense either. No, it's not the auto shop, which we just passed by. This Laffy's shop, where is it?
Sammy, do you know?
Yeah, I've how I met Mix Plant was Mix Plant arranged for me to basically go there under the pretext of Bevan wanting me to meet up there.
Who's Mix Plant?
The detective upstairs.
Makes a plan. Oh no.
Their name is Detective Plant.
Yep, Detective Shirley A. Plant.
Oh no. And the professor is just like, his head in his hands, and he's just like, do you not understand? Do you not understand what this is?
I understand that I should never trust another detective besides Sammy ever again.
They're a plant. They're a spy. They're an informant. They're in on it. Do you not have?
Hey, can you roll insight for me really quickly?
Didn't Maya mention something earlier about how the detective wouldn't be much help?
Oh, you're right. That too.
Just roll insight really quick? Just
roll
do it.
insight and
Yeah, hang on.
Can I
that
roll
was
insight? Is this like
that
an
was
Insight on each
hot.
other.
Yeah,
Oh, bless.
it's
Thank you.
very
I got
visible.
a 7. I don't know shit.
All right, Professor got a 19.
Does Amber want to roll?
Honestly, I think I'll just go with her passive for most of this stuff if she's not like being directly involved.
What's her passive?
9.
Okay, yeah.
Beautiful.
In that case, Sammy and Professor, Arata was already angry. The moment the professor suggests that Shirley A. Plant was a spy, Arata's anger turns into righteous fury.
Handshake emoji. Sammy's pissed.
And you get the impression it's because something very similar has happened to him before.
Sammy just kind of reaches over and takes Arata's hand and gives it a squeeze.
Why is it always the detective? Okay. We just need to get to Laffy's shop. We find whatever it is that Laffy was trying to...
Hold it. Okay, I have no clue who you two are or what is going on, and Amber's like getting in front of the group, in front of where like Maya drove off, with their pipe out. But weren't we? You two, we were told not to let anyone follow Maya, right? How do we
yes.
know that these two are trustworthy and Maya isn't? Like,
I would rather die than let Bevan get into harm. Do you understand me?
well, that doesn't mean you're good, I guess.
Do you
Like,
not understand that a child just got kidnapped?
Isn't Maya like their legal guardian or something? I thought that was
No.
the case.
No.
We never established that. In fact, if you remember, we thought that they might have run away on purpose from this troop. I mean, you know, the circus trope. We just
Okay, then who are these two in relation to?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm Sammy Jax. That's Arata Satomi. We were on a case together to help. They were helping me try and catch my own nemesis. So
Wick, would any of us remember from the article that Mia showed us about Carrot Caper?
Would
We did
you
find
like
that
to make a history check?
I would like to make a history
Absolutely
check. I would
like
like
to.
very much to make a history check.
Yeah.
28.
Beautiful.
Oh, would you look at that?
All right, I got a 16.
I got an 11.
Now, Amber, you do recall this. You do recall the paper that they mentioned, but you're not quite sure of the names. But as for you, Professor, and especially you, Seeker, you realize that that there were other people involved in that case, and the other two people had those two names.
Oh, you're the people from the newspaper. Oh, this is. Oh.
They are friends of Bevan. Well, that proves it then.
we'd rather die than let something bad happen to. I can't let them end up like me. I can't.
Well, what do you
Because-
think is gonna happen to them?
You don't want to know the answer to that.
Alright, I just rolled wisdom save for Arata to calm down.
I'm just gonna roll insight for Amber because, you know, she doesn't know these people. She's not sure. She has also been paid.
Arata is frustrated, and there's like a very brief moment where his eyes kind of just go unfocused, and he blinks and he rubs a hand against his forehead and he growls something in a different language that is not common.
Can I roll perception?
Yeah,
Is it Corey?
Let's see. What is my perception?
What is your passive perception?
Oh, my passive. Okay. My passive is 14.
Yeah, that was definitely Kuori. If you understand it. Do you understand it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
And also
He says
the insight roll. Oh, sorry. No, go ahead. Finish your statement, please. Right.
Arata was growling under his breath, and he's just like, I have to do this. I have to do this for Bevan.
And that insight roll is actually, it's fine. I don't know what you were looking for. Amber.
That was just to decide how much she trusts these two, and like, she's not sure on them, but honestly, if the rest of her group is fine with them, then okay, for now, they're fine.
I think the professor sees like the hesitance, and he's gonna be like, I'm gonna be level with you, Amber. I did not trust Maya from the start.
Damn, roasted.
I was willing to find the kid and make sure that they were okay, because a missing child is bad either way. But I was not planning on, if we found the kid, on just bringing them back to Maya just because.
What are we still waiting around for? Come on.
All right.
Don't we gotta go somewhere?
Sammy, can you lead the way?
Yeah, let's go.
As you guys head towards the direction of Lappy's shop, you are still within range of the mind link, Arata. And you hear something in the quiet. God, I'm an idiot. If you could still hear me, I meant the auto shop. I'm a dumbass.
Well, okay.
Arata just, back in the mind link, he just goes, could you have said that earlier?
I'm sorry. The plot needed it.
Hey, Wick.
Yes?
Hey. There's a second voice. This has been going on for far too long.
Me. Couldn't have found who this.
Arata turns and he looks back and he goes, which way was the auto shop?
The professor is going to point it out.
Yeah, it's pretty close by.
He's not going to question why you've suddenly changed your mind. But yeah, auto shop that way.
All right, Arata's going in that direction. Sammy, come on. Never mind about Laffy's shop. Change of plans.
Okay. And Sammy's gonna kind of fall into line right kind of behind Arata.
I feel like it's weird that he's going to do this, but he's going to offer his hand for you to take.
Oh, Sammy's gonna take it. Sammy's gonna take it, because... oh, boy.
You sure is.
And I think at this point, yeah, Genie finally pokes his head out of the bag. Just because he's just so confused. He's just so confused. You guys just hear a loud meow. It's just like, what is going on?
Oh, me too. Because, yoo-hoo, Sammy can speak to animals.
Beautiful.
Finale. So Arata just hears him yell back.
God.
So I think I could summarize this little section as making my way downtown, walking fast,
Oh,
walking
absolutely.
faster.
Can we say?
Yep.
Can we say that like on the way, the other three introduced themselves because I don't think Sammy or Arata
Oh.
got their names.
Yes, as you
Nope.
guys are running, you
Uh,
guys are like, all right, so who are y'all?
I will note, unless you ask Seeker directly, he does not give out any information. Because, you know,
Yeah.
fun character fact.
I think in that case, if Seeker's not going to say anything, the professor's just going to be like, I'm the professor, there's a Seeker, and so on.
God. Yeah.
So we have something to refer to you by.
Like Sammy,
Literally, two of you have names that are just titles.
This is not
Beautiful.
a name. This is not a name.
Sammy's just
It's a way of life.
Sammy's just like, I knew this was gonna happen as soon as they wanted to take Bevan downstairs. I knew it. Not very happy. Like he's just kind of muttering under his breath, and his shading is very red right now.
I can imagine now that you guys have arrived at the auto shop where I remind you there is a car and there is a clown car.
Fucking clown car.
Oh my god.
Ah,
And a clown car. Are you
no.
fucking kidding me?
You did say
I
that.
was waiting for this part.
You did not.
Hey, does any of you know how to drive?
Of course.
I do not.
Because
I
I
don't know,
can
this-
technically drive.
Oh,
I
no.
I
If
don't
you
have a license.
No, you don't have a license. No, I will drive.
That would be appreciated.
Can I call
Amber
you
kind of
Prof?
knows.
Huh?
Can I call you Prof?
If you must.
All right, thanks, Prof.
What's the roll for?
Huh?
The roll.
Oh.
Just to see if Amber knew.
Oh, ha.
He kind of does. Not enough for a license, but she can work a car.
All right.
I'd have to say.
Seeker has
You know
been
how
in a
cars
car
work.
once.
I guess this is what Laffy was talking about.
And you guys approach the clown car and come to a realization. This clown car, I wish, it's only now that I realize I didn't draw a reference for it, but I shall describe it for you in sickening detail.
Heck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
This car is bright pink.
Peach?
I love it already.
What?
Did you say peach?
Pink.
Oh, pink. Okay.
It is bright pink. It's got like a couple of daisies on it. It's got like some balloons too, like painted on it, I mean. And you're just kind of like, you also notice it's a lot smaller than a regular car. It can fit in a 5-foot cube, so it's not very big.
Are they
But
really
it's
bigger on the inside than the outside?
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Magic, I'm going to kill you.
Well, I hope we can tune logic this into working.
Yeah, the
Arata
professor
kind of
looks
looks around.
unsure.
Arata looks around at their group. More than half of them are real kind.
I don't think this is gonna work, Chief.
The professor's going to try it because, bigger on the inside technology. That's, sure, why not? But, so, like, is it bigger on the inside or not? Because he is trying to get
Is
into
this
this
even
car.
the correct car? Is this the correct car? Are you like doing a red herring?
I will tell you right now, this is the correct car. I will make no qualms about it. I mean, I did think for a moment that it would be a funny juke if he had the normal car, but at the same time, the image of the serious business clown driving this garish clown car. It's
Mhm.
it's too good to pass up.
So, does the professor fit in the car or no?
Well, you go to the driver's seat and
Yeah.
you attempt to open it. It's locked.
All right.
And
And I try to lockpick it.
there is no
Ooh.
need for you to. As a real kind mechanic comes over to your group. And you notice it is the same human from earlier, you three.
Hello.
You guys are back again.
Hello.
And what do you this isn't your car, this is that clown's car.
We're here to pick it up for him.
Oh,
He's a criminal. We're
No,
taking
he's
it.
not.
No, he's not.
you get two conflicting stories.
Are you kidding me? Rana just gives Professor a look like, are you
Wait,
kidding
hold
me?
on.
Oops.
Okay, honestly, they totally buy it. So, all right, I don't know which one of you, I mean, one of you has a license, right?
Arata points at Professor.
So does Sammy.
I definitely have a license.
And they believe you.
Good.
So all right, wait right there. They go over to the wall where they have kind of like little prongs where they keep the different keys.
Mm.
And they pick out a set of keys. They look surprisingly normal for belonging to a clown car, but it's the
Says
right set of
Volkswagen
keys.
on it.
Yes, it's a Beetle. I know it is.
Oh.
Wait,
So,
maybe not Volkswagen word for word, but a
It's-
Volkswagen.
Volkswagen.
It's Volkswagen, like with a B. But they grab the keys and come over to you.
Mhm.
All right. I don't know if I explained this to you, but there's a specific way of getting into this car.
Mhm.
They told me how to do it because, I have to work on the car. How else do I get inside? And they hand the keys to you. And they say, all right, so what the clown told me is you just have to think really hard about getting in the car. You have to open the door and get in the car, but you have to really believe that you can fit in the car.
Oh, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, I can work with
Says
that.
the 6'3" man.
June logic. Got it.
I'll stay here in case you guys need help getting in. But it took me a couple tries.
Would you like me to roll something?
Yes. So for everybody, I would like you to roll either a wisdom check or a dexterity check because you are literally or figuratively stretching your mind to get in here.
Ooh.
Hey, good news. Arata's worked with cognition before.
God. Wick, I really want to ask you a
It's an
question
11.
to see if I can do this.
Oh my god!
Yes. What is it?
Can Seeker try lying to himself?
I lie to
Make a
myself
deception.
every day.
Please.
Once
Go
again,
ahead.
Arata makes a
Yeah.
bullshit. Once again, Arata has bullshit dexterity.
Beautiful.
Seeker lies to himself all the time.
I lie to myself.
You just hear a small muttered, "Yes, this car is most certainly bigger on the inside. I mean, why wouldn't it be?" As Seeker's like getting in the car.
And I have to say, Amber, you are skeptical about trying to get in this car, but you see everybody else starting to pile in relatively easily. So, you also make your way in. Everybody successfully squeezes into this car.
Yeah.
And now I want to
Everyone,
know.
high five all around.
I high five my computer.
Hey.
Now,
Wait,
there's
yeah.
one burning question I have. What is the seating arrangement?
Can Arata take shotgun?
I feel like Sammy's kind of like smooshed in the back.
God. I'm
Who's in the middle then?
Seeker. Seeker's in the middle.
Seeker's in the middle.
Seeker's in the middle. Seeker's in the middle. He looks. Everyone in the car can see Seeker looks absolutely like ecstatic to be in a car that is like a person-sized car, like a 5 foot by 5 foot car, and everyone is in here. This is amazing.
Oh, and when you all are in here, it is definitely bigger on the inside. Not extremely big, but around the size of a normal car. It's got a nice interior. It's a nice leather interior. And it does look surprisingly good. Pretty well kept. It doesn't have too many bits and baubles around. And there is just enough space for everybody.
All right.
Real quick, I'm going to say that Arata's moved his bag so that Genie is in his lap, and Genie lets out a very smug meow, and Arata just sighs, and he kind of mumbles under his breath, "Yeah, you would say that, huh?" And only people who have seen Persona 5 will get what that's a reference to.
I am so sad. The reference over my head.
All right. The professor is going to put the key in the ignition and turn the car on, and he's gonna pat the dash and say, "All right, dear, you've impressed me very much so far. Let's see what else you can do."
And as you do this, you know the engine comes to life. I'm assuming you had turned the key.
Yeah.
And you notice that it does have the design of a typical car, but there is also a console with a bunch of other buttons that you aren't as familiar with.
Oh
Fair
boy.
enough.
But surely, that's not going to be an issue. Otherwise, you could drive it like a normal car.
All right. He's going to turn to everybody else and say, "Where exactly are we going? Or are we waiting to catch Maya? I don't understand."
Hey, Wick.
Yes.
Hang on, I need to stop laughing. Did laughing give Arata any hints at all?
No. However, I just rolled. As you're all comfortably seated in the car and the professor asks this, you notice something whiz by behind you, and you realize it's Maya, who looks kind of confused. They had gotten lost and is now passing back this way.
There's Maya, go! Go, 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 go!
Okay, absolutely. The professor floors it.
Do you floor it backwards? Because you're still in the line.
No. What? Wait, I'm in the lot facing the place. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, then in that case, yes, he is going to. I am going to assume that this is a manual car. He is going to shift it into reverse and peel out of there.
Yes. Go ahead. And so you quickly get out of the spot and you hit the road. As you do so, would you like to make a perception check?
All of us?
All of us?
No, just the professor.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh no.
Let's see.
I am praying to the dice gods, please.
Please, Lalo, please.
Is there going to be a police officer around a corner?
Oh, thank you.
No.
I got a 17.
So as you guys are peeling away, you hear the mechanic call after. Wait. Oh dear, they're gone. Now, was it that car or the other one that had the iffy brakes?
Oh no!
Oh. Oh, jeez.
So you did hear them call, but you didn't quite hear what they said because you're putting pedal to the metal.
Oh,
You are
darn it.
following after Maya.
Okay, yeah. Oh man. Okay, well.
This is gonna be a gag.
Oh. All right. I mean, he's going after Maya. Is there anything the rest of you would like to do?
You know, usually when it comes to chase scenes like this, I'm the one getting chased. That's all Arata says. No, he does not elaborate.
I will say for the people in the back seat, Seeker has seemed to pull out like a piece of paper and a pencil from his bag, and he is like writing.
Amber's just sticking her head out, just enjoying the wind.
And Sammy's
I love
just
that.
gonna
She can
lean
count on her
forward
hand.
and like kind of just peering around Arata and like just kind of like, come on.
Amber, were you
So
saying
are all the windows down?
I guess.
Sure, why not?
You put all the windows down.
Very hard to keep hold of this piece of paper, but Seeker's managing. This is going to be one wild letter to Stoke.
So you guys are barreling down. And so is Maya, who has noticed that you are following after.
Does
Now,
Maya,
admittedly,
Name of the law.
does Maya
What?
still
Go
have
ahead.
Bevan? Does Maya still have Bevan?
Okay, wait. So what did you say first, Avi?
Oh no, I was just making a joke. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
But jokes are important too.
The joke was stop in the name of the law.
And as for whether they have Bev or not, I will take that perception that you had previously. You notice it is just Maya on that moped.
Oh.
Where's Bev?
He's gonna point that out. I think we're missing somebody in our cast here.
Just say
Oh, but of course it would be a mystery where they go missing. Seeker is still writing.
I mean,
Arata,
did they stash them somewhere, or what are we?
we'll have to figure out once we catch Maya. Maya's our only lead.
True.
And as you're speaking, luckily, it seems that the past couple of lights are green, so you get to keep going without much repercussion.
Oh boy.
okay, that was just a casual whiz save because Bev is not there.
Arata once again reaches a hand. It's kind of awkward because he's in the
Is
front.
it's back?
He's in the front seat. I'm assuming Sammy is like directly behind him. So Arata's
I was assuming that too.
Arata's
Sammy's
going.
directly behind Arata.
Yeah, Arata's gonna hold out his hand for Sammy to take again.
And Sammy kind of takes it and just kind of leans forward enough that like he's kind of pressing his hand, not pressing Arata's hand to his forehead, and it's just, we're gonna find them.
We're going to find them.
Yeah, we're gonna find them.
You guys are just rocketing through Toontown. You're probably about, let me see, you're not too far from the city limits. City? Town? It's a town. And Maya is making a left and a right and another left and another right.
Does Maya seem to know that we're behind them?
Yes, they have
Okay.
noticed.
Okay.
You can see them like adjust their mirrors, even though like you can't see the
Right.
moped.
How close are we to Maya in the moped?
I have to say, let me see, at the speed you guys are going, I'd say in the range of like 30 feet. It isn't too like, because see, mopeds, they can go quickly, but they're not too fast. So, but they still have a lead on you. So,
I'd like. Oh no, you go ahead first.
Can Amber try casting grease again?
yes, you may.
To be fair, she's not good at thinking of consequences.
This will be a very great gag. if nothing else.
Oh.
Oh wait, so that's a dex save?
Yep.
Oh, another
Uh,
20!
Well,
Yes,
I
alright.
do regret to inform you guys that I've realized that grease puddle would also be in front of us.
Yes. So
What did you
Professor,
just
make a dex save.
Okay.
Can I give help action? Is that something I can do? Because Arata is in the passenger seat.
You are in the passenger seat. You are second in command. I'll give you
Arata's-
advantage on it.
Arata's gonna be. I think I'm gonna flavor this as like, look out, Prof.
All right. Let's see.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So I got a 5 and
Wait,
no,
no.
No, you didn't. You didn't roll that right.
no, you're right. I didn't.
Just do a d20. Separately, I guess.
Mhm. Okay,
Oh,
so
Oh,
and a 23.
So here's how we flavor it. Maya does that cool little jump trick again where they're able to hop over the grease. With enough warning, you are able to turn quick enough so that
Do I drift?
yes,
Tokyo
you
drift.
drift. You actually catch a little piece of the grease, but rather than making you slip and slide, it makes you drift. And you are on your way. In fact, you are gaining speed considerably.
All right. Okay.
You are now 15 feet away in this car for Maya, and Maya's like, "Oh shit!"
All right.
Talk about tailgating.
Does anyone else want to do something? Because I have an idea, but I want someone else to go because the prof is driving. Y'all have more hands free.
Seeker has a terrible idea.
oh no.
boy.
I could try
Do it,
hideous
do it.
laughter again. I
Oh, that
could
too.
try hideous laughter again.
Let's
But I'm
maybe
also-
Seeker.
Intrigued. Yeah.
Oh god, it's Seeker's debating it just because this is their one lead and they don't exactly understand how tune logic works. And this if Seeker succeeds on this for a real kind, this would definitely not be great.
Okay.
For everyone wondering, I'm considering casting sleep.
Actually, full disclosure, that was my idea too.
I can't believe Magic and Oatmeal just same brain cells.
same wavelength.
To be fair, hideous laughter does, I think.
Knock you prone or something?
Yeah, knocks you. Hang on, let me double check.
Does I think it does knock you prone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with sleep, they'll put up less of a fight.
Okay, here's what it does. Fall prone. Yes, fall prone, becoming incapacitated, and unable to stand for the duration. Which arguably can be just as bad as sleeping on a moped.
You realize that they're on a moped, right?
Here's the thing. If they lose consciousness, they probably can't do their moped thing anymore, which means they would be falling out of the moped state, and be skidding across the ground. And also, we don't know if our brakes work. And they're in front of us.
Yeah, nobody knows if the brakes work. And by the way, you guys are approaching a red light.
Oh.
Oh god.
Oh no.
However, you notice Maya has shown no signs of stopping.
Traffic laws
Professor,
prepare to be ignored.
Professor is going to gun it.
Okay,
Move into a
please
higher
tell me you
gear
honk
and
while
gun
you
it.
go through the red light.
Absolutely. And it's that ridiculous clown honk.
Yes.
And it's like.
At this point, Sammy's kind of like still holding onto Arata's hand, but he's also kind of holding onto the ceiling of the car.
Hold on, wait, I need to roll a wisdom real fast. because no one told Seeker.
What's happening?
Okay, he rolled a 15. He did in fact put a seatbelt on.
All right. So,
Oh, this is great. This is great. I love
it
it,
looks-
guys. Guys, I love it so much. Guys, I'm crying. This is amazing.
As you guys are approaching this intersection, there does not seem to be many cars, which is good.
Oh, thank
But that
God.
is also bad because Maya kind of just zips by. But as you are, as you guys are heading into the intersection, a crossing guard is coming out and it wants to stop. Can you make another dex save?
Look out!
Yeah, I'm gonna make another dex save. Oh, Lalu, please.
Lalu,
Okay, hang on, folks.
Hang on a second.
please, no. Like, throughout this entire game, I have, like, done prayer hands so many times.
19.
Feel it.
So am I swerving around them, or what are we doing?
Yes, you do swerve around them, and you miss them, luckily, by a good margin. However, you are also, your trajectory is not as good.
Yeah. That's before.
You guys are drifting again, but you are drifting right into the path of
Oh wait, you didn't do a D.
a D6.
No. Oh no.
That's the maximum amount.
Oh,
Jeannie's constitution is a +0, baby.
oh no.
Beautiful.
There's now cat throw up in the car.
Yeah.
It's actually in Arata's bag.
No.
It's fine. He'll take care of it later.
All right, so we were drifting,
And you're drifting right into the path of a lamppost.
Oh no.
no.
And
I mean,
you guys,
great,
huh?
but he's gonna.
You guys are about to hit it. And you do make contact with it. But something's wrong here. You don't hear any crash. You don't hear any crumple of metal. Instead, you feel some give. Stretches a bit.
Are we getting
And-
flung back?
Boing!
Oh,
I hate this.
You guys are flung to another side where you hit another car, but you just
Oh.
bounce off of it, and suddenly you find yourself pachinkoed across Toontown.
the professor was actually really scared for a second. Like, holy crap! Like, I'm just gonna get all of these kids into a lethal car accident, and then this nonsense happens, and he's just like, okay. Is
This
that
works.
how that works here? Like, okay.
Right, this happens. Arata's hand is still holding on to Sammy's. Arata's curled over protectively, like grabbing Jeannie.
Mm-hmm.
Amber is having the time of her life.
Yeah, I will say Seeker is also having the time of his life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Hang on, I want to
Very
roll
brave.
something.
This is a clown car, and we sure are being clowned on.
God, I really want to have
Okay, it's
someone roll
fine.
insight on Seeker, but now is not the time. Perhaps later.
I mean, if you
Right.
want, you guys are still bouncing around.
The professor just rolled deception, so you guys, he's doing fine, obviously.
He's doing just fine.
Like, just Sammy's just really he was brazen, cause oh god, he's a Frankenolly. His tune logic tends to operate more on the end of realistic than toony at times.
God, do you want to roll insight on Seeker? Just
I will roll insight.
Sure.
Oh, nat 20!
alright.
And a 17.
17.
And whoa.
For my friends in the backseat. Alright, let me just oh my god! Wow!
Oh my god,
All
you
right.
guys.
That's 2 natural 20s.
Holy
From
shit.
Sammy and the professor.
Oh.
And that's 2 17s. from Amber and Arata. Seeker didn't look like afraid at all going into that crash. He actually kind of like looked at it like with an O motion, and as soon as they hit the thing, he just immediately burst out laughing and is like scrambling for his paper to continue to write.
Oh wow.
I can't believe we're being Seeker's just writing a letter.
Seeker is still writing this letter. It is now front and back 2 pages long. Oh god, I really want to give you something special for the nat 20s. Oh boy. God. For the 2 nat 20s, I will say, Seeker didn't even go through any stages of grief. He just skipped right to acceptance. Like, yep, this is happening.
Oh dear. Oh, the professor.
Seeker, the epitome of, oh, I guess this is happening now.
This is my life now.
Oh my gosh. The professor is like, is everybody okay? Hang on. And then after a second, oh, there's seatbelts. And he's going to put on the seatbelt.
Arata stares at Professor like. Okay.
It was the 70s. They didn't have seatbelts yet.
Amber is leaning precariously out the window with no seatbelt on. So,
Amber, please.
Sammy sees that and he's gonna reach over and try and tug Amber back in.
We're still being pachinkoed, right?
Yes, I'm imagining right now all of this is happening, and you see, like, you have an aerial view of you guys just like, bing, 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 and so, like, you're behind Maya, you're in front of Maya, you're just zipping around, and Maya's just like,
Please keep all limbs inside the vehicle at all times.
You heard the professor! Get back inside!
Well, guys, we are going through a hell car ride. I think this means we are friends now.
Absolutely.
Oh god, that's in character laughter, by the way.
yes,
Seeker did not
I know,
stop.
it's beautiful.
Jeannie just threw up, guys. We're fine.
Oh no.
Jeannie, I'll treat you to some sushi after this. I'm so sorry.
All right, how close are we to Maya now? Or are we still like bouncing uncontrollably?
Well, you guys are bouncing around, but you are starting to slow down a little bit in your bouncing. And I need you to make a perception check, Professor.
Uh-huh.
Praise to the dice god.
Please, Lolo, please.
All right.
18, good. Despite the world around you seeming like a blur, it seems like you could still get your bearings. And as the car starts to slow a bit, you notice that you are no longer in Toontown. You have passed the town limits, and you are entering the adjacent town of Knickknack.
Oh boy.
Which is not very different from Toontown, except there are some buildings that appear to look like theaters. This seems like a very performance-heavy district. And
is this the theater district?
And even in the air, you feel this tenseness, this anticipation of a show about to start. That's the feeling that you're getting from this place.
I love it.
And finally, after one or two more, and you guys are now behind Maya once more. You are keeping pace, but you are no longer bouncing around everywhere.
Maya must be so upset that she got this far and we're still behind her.
But Maya has not looked behind them because you are now approaching about halfway through Knickknack because you guys are still going pretty quick despite you slowing down, you guys are still in a chase.
Mhm.
But you notice as you are entering the heart of town and going past it, the lights that are around, they aren't on. The stoplights, I mean. It seems a little emptier, a bit more run down. And it's pretty easy to keep chase, but you are slowly but surely getting to the limits of this town.
Professor says, does anyone know where we are? This looks different.
Knick-Knack's right next to Toontown.
All right. Knick-Knack. All right.
You know, this chase was pretty
What's
fun, but
beyond-
it's getting kind of boring.
What?
Seeker's going to... How far away are we from Maya?
You guys are now about 20 feet away.
Alright, Seeker is just going... As he says that, Seeker does not want to move over to the next town, because they're getting... Bevan's not here, which means they are probably back in Toontown. This chase scene has gone on for far too long, even if there was shenanigans. Ideally, at the end of shenanigans, they would have ran directly into Maya, and all of this would have been over. So, Seeker's gonna cast Sleep.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Is Seeker gonna give anyone any
Go ahead.
warning?
Hold on.
If there isn't anybody in the streets, this is ideal, because then the only person that would get hurt maybe would just be Maya and us, because we still don't know if our brakes work.
Yeah, because apparently we're just going to steamroll Maya.
I mean, if you guys want to... God,
They
I
are
want to say, if
tuned.
you want to
If
roll
you want to
Arcana...
roll sleep, you can roll sleep.
If you want to roll Arcana to, notice and try stopping Seeker.
Please, yes.
Yeah.
All right, Arcana.
Okay, Arcana is...
Arcana. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sammy got an 11.
21, 22.
Amber, if Amber notices, she's going to pull out a small chunk of metal from her
Ooh.
belt, and to, help Seeker put them to sleep, they're going to lean out the window and chuck it as hard as they can, casting Catapult.
What?
You're casting
Catapult!
Holy shit.
So
How
that's
does
a-
catapult work again? Do I have to roll something? What's up?
That's a deck save.
Oh,
Actually,
that is a dex save.
to be honest, I think I'd just rather shoot a firebolt.
Oh god.
Oh boy.
No,
Yeah,
wait, so
okay,
which
so she
one are you
pulls out a
doing?
gun instead.
Sorry, a gun?
Never mind, she pulled out a gun.
So anyways, I pull out a gun.
Anyway, I start blasting.
Let me just roll that.
Perception to notice the gun. You'll just notice it.
My
Yeah,
passive
sure,
perception
go
is a
ahead.
15, man.
my passive is a 14.
Passive is a 14 as well.
Oh no.
I'll just roll the attack for that.
Oh god.
What are you doing with a gun?
Please tell me you're just trying to blow out the tires.
What?
Nope!
I said put it down.
Wait,
You're
so
not
that's
my
a roll
dad,
to
you can't tell me
attack
what to
by
do.
the cannon? Is it just a
that's
gun or is it a crossbow? What's it?
It's a firebolt, reflavored.
Oh, it is firebolt.
Yep.
So I have to say, you miss hitting Maya, but
no.
you do hit the invisible moped. You hit the space just behind them, and it does seem to work. You hear like a and a psh, as it's like, oh no, you hit the tire. It is now leaking air. You can hear it.
Professor is going to start on the brakes.
You start on the brakes. You're not slowing down.
Oh fuck.
Okay. We're not slowing down. Guys, I think we might need a jump.
Holy shit. You guys are reaching the city limit. And in fact, you're on the outskirts. Luckily, the buildings are disappearing. Not like disappearing from air. I mean, there aren't many buildings. In fact, you guys are now approaching just fields and a river up ahead.
Oh no.
Maya is slowing down, but is veering left to avoid the river.
I'd like to cast sleep. Unless anyone is stopping Seeker, I'd like to cast sleep.
At this point, I think
At this point, I don't think anybody's gonna
Cast
stop
sleep.
Seeker.
Go ahead.
I need to
just cast it.
Do it. I freaking dare you.
All right.
While you do that, the professor is going to try to find some slightly rougher terrain to kind of like if it's the side of the road maybe, or
21
like
HP.
somewhere where it needs some work done. Oh,
Okay, 21.
to slow him down.
Now, how does sleep work again?
I have to exceed
I know you
their
roll
max.
like 5d8, and that's hit points.
That's the amount of hit points of like people I can put to sleep. If 21 exceeds the max hits, exceeds or meets the max hit points, then it can the person goes to sleep.
Okay, so Maya shows no signs of sleepiness, but they do stop. You see them pantomiming, ditching the moped, and they are running. Not very fast, but they are running towards these two buildings that are off the side of the river, with a third one farther back. You guys are still barreling towards the river.
Time to bail,
Okay,
time to
you
bail,
hear-
time to bail.
Professor
You
would
hear
like-
Amber shout, "This is not working!" before she grabs her box, opens the door, and rolls out.
Oh my goodness.
Before you do, I would like to say,
Okay.
there is one other section of this, so if we'd like to take another break before we get into that.
Yes, please.
Okay.
We have the whole crew going, ah! And then we cut to commercial break.
We'll be right
No,
back.
here's what happens. Here's what
Freeze frame.
happens. The car is barreling towards it, and then all of a sudden, Roundabout starts playing, and you see the to be continued arrow appear on screen.
And we will be right back.
So yes, if anyone needs water or to just take we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break. I don't think there's too much after this because we are reaching the 3-hour mark. So
yeah, I need to go grab a snack real quick. It's getting
I
close.
have to run to the restroom. I will be right back.
anyway, let's all go.
I'll be right back.
Bye.
for our commercial break. Glorp Shop. Everything you need to be your Toonish best. I don't know what the slogan is. I'm making one up. Come peruse the myriad of items guarded by this lovely lava person. And take your pick of a wide selection of odd and useful items, such as the one in this one, which was the comfort clam. The comfort clam, when attuned to the individual, is able to play something relaxing, something that you might need to hear, whether that be music or someone's voice. And, it may not do too much mechanically, but flavor-wise, it's great. Anyways, that is just one of the many glorious tools that you can access at Glorp Shop. Yeah.
This is lovely. God. Also,
Me.
hi, I'm back.
Hi, a dumbass. Me, a dumbass, yeah.
No, you're very good. I bonk thee.
Ah.
God.
So, how you guys feeling?
I have wasted 2 spell slots. This is fine.
This is
It's
fun.
certainly been a game.
It certainly has.
I can't believe we both thought to cast sleep.
Look, man. It was
Both on the same wavelength.
God. Like, I was hesitant because, like, that could turn out so badly. That could turn out
yes.
so badly. I'm looking at the rating of this game. This could turn out so badly if actions have consequences.
Actions have consequences. Actions have consequences.
God. Seeker was not lying that this chase scene was getting boring. I love the chase scene. Seeker just was like, this chase scene has gone on for a long while.
It's a lot longer than I thought it would.
Oh boy. It is so fun to be driving.
God.
Oh.
Oh.
Man, one thing that I've oh man, there's one thing I'm holding on to that I want to do before we have to ditch this car. But I'm not gonna say it yet. But I've tried to say it, like, and it hasn't quite been the right moment yet.
God.
I'm looking. I am perceiving.
I mean, I can tell you if you want.
No, it's okay. I'll figure it out when the time is right.
All right.
God.
Wick, you've been doing so good.
Yeah, this is awesome.
Oh, well, thanks. But it's not over yet.
No, not yet.
You guys haven't crashed into the river yet. I mean,
I had to scarf down a chicken taco. It's like, back.
No, it's okay. I don't want you to choke.
Oh no, I wasn't choking. It was just more of like, it was like, like when you're so excited you scarf down your taco.
Yes.
Me having scarfed down tacos before game.
Yep.
Don't forget, Mira. Sammy now has a full bag of gummy bears.
I think he just kind of half-mindedly, like as everything was going on, just shoved it right into his hammer space.
Yes, I will eat those later.
Speaking of, I actually have some with me right now.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it at lunch, and I was like, well, they're selling them, so just
Yeah.
He now has both tea and gummy bears in his hammer space.
Let's hope they don't mix, I guess. Although that might taste alright.
Melted gummy bears. Soup.
Ugh.
Oh god.
I mean, it's tea. Tea is... Well, I guess it's not always sweet, but...
Yeah, well, I feel like it was a green tea, so it would.
Oh.
I see.
I feel so bad for Jeannie.
No.
Oh yeah, poor
Oh,
Jeannie.
poor Judy. Oh.
She was
God,
like, just where the
dang.
heck are?
What the fuck is happening?
Oh.
God.
Oh, I've been wearing a hat this whole time, over my headphones. It's just like a big what do they call it? A ranch hand hat or something? It's like a big fedora.
Beautiful.
And like it does not fit over the headphones, but like every time something bad happens, I've found myself like pulling the brim over my face.
I've been doing prayer hands this entire game at certain points.
I've just been like putting my head in my hands. God.
So there was at one point, I didn't actually mention this, but like when Sammy was basically begging Maya not to kidnap Bev, he was like reaching up and clutching at his holy symbol, which is the clasp on his
cloak.
Yeah.
Me saying "aw" and then going into an evil laugh.
Yeah, like I didn't say that, but I was like literally like doing that as like because like Sammy just had the sinking notion that that's what was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's a street rat. He doesn't trust easy, even though he often does. But
I mean, when you're an urchin, like peeps get kidnapped, man.
Yeah.
Sammy got kidnapped.
Yeah. It's not an unfounded fear.
I just emphatically points at Sammy's backstory. This is Sammy's nightmare.
Yeah, emphatically.
Mm-hmm.
But is everyone ready? Or
I don't think Avi is back yet.
I don't think Avi is back yet.
All right, I'm just gonna take a crunch then.
But yeah, just oh my
Because it's
god.
Ooh.
Oh, this game has been a ride. It's been lovely, but it's been a ride. Like I'm just sitting here going, oh man, this is like so tense. The tension has just been so good.
I am back.
look at And believe me, the tension has been me, who knows what's gonna happen. I have no idea what's happening.
Also, Avi, I have to say, I love the fact that both like Arata and Sammy have basically just been like each other's rocks throughout this entire thing.
So cute.
They're friends, Your Honor.
They're like in such good friends. They're just like I'm dying quietly inside because it's so good. It's so good.
Oh,
All
so
of the
good.
juxtaposition between it's like some people are suspicious, some people are suspicious of the party, and some people are just completely trusting.
Me looking back at Seeker's Flaw. Anyway. He's just fucking here.
It's
Hold Zarada's like lore with detectives. Good times.
oh boy.
Stares directly at that lore.
Magic knows what's up.
I know what's up.
And I sure don't.
I'm going to know what's up. I'm getting there.
I'm fucking crying.
Mira will know what's up.
I have been screaming in Arata's and Avi's DMs about Persona 5 as I've watched the playthrough.
It's so good. It's so good. This is propaganda.
Magic. Mira's watching Johnny Awesome's playthrough too.
Is that one you suggest?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Wick, I will send you the content warning list that I wrote for Mira a while back.
Very appreciated.
If you're interested in getting into Persona 5, just remind me after the session.
Me, I will do it for Arata and Arata only.
I will warn you though, Persona 5 Royal is a very long game.
It's very long.
For those of you who wish to do quick math at home, there are like 160 episodes, and each one are about like 40 minutes long.
There are 30 minutes to 45 minutes long. I think the longest one I saw was 55 minutes.
Yeah, like 50.
Yeah.
Like 50 seems to be like the longer end of what the episodes tend to be like.
But
Hello?
yeah, math.
Persona 5 Royal,
It's like
most
over
play-
200 hours.
yeah, most
would say?
playthroughs are over 200 plus hours.
Wow.
I'm just that one that one man that's just blinking like.
Yeah,
Like-
JRPGs are very long, man.
Mhm.
Oh well. Yeah.
Stares
To be
at
fair,
Kingdom
that's-
Hearts.
But now we come back to a different party, our party, who is currently barreling towards. Holy crap! Me that sees the number in the on the gallery. Holy wait.
Minutes.
Oh god.
A lot of minutes.
I binged it all.
But anyway, it'll be about 2 minutes before you guys get into the river. I'm kidding. You have more time than that.
Okay,
Arata's
good.
going to leap out.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
Arata just shouts, "Get out of the car!"
Ew! Sammy yells bail, and then like he jerks open his car door and like rolls out.
Can I roll acrobatics for this?
I was gonna actually make everyone who is planning to jump out of the car make either a dex check or a dex save, whichever one they feel.
Is this a body-based dex save?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I don't know.
6.
Oh, okay. Now you read which one is which.
Minus 6. The one for
I got
Tala
a 10.
10.
We're all here, right?
25.
I got 21.
We should. So,
Yeah, we're leaving the car. We're getting out of Dodge.
Wait, so,
Alright,
so
so
everyone but
there's-
the professor's getting.
He's staying in that damn car.
God damn it! Alright. If the professor's
Now, I
staying in the
do
car,
have to
Seeker's
say-
going to stay in the car, but he's going to move to the front seat. He's never.
Oh my god. Wait, but you made the check for it.
Yep, I changed my mind. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what I
Wow.
imagine,
I love
this is
this
what I'm
team
imagining is
so
happening.
much.
Alright, and Amber, you just freaking bail. When, with Seeker, when you say Arata bail, you just hop in the front seat like it's nothing. And Sammy, you attempt to jump out, but your cloak thing, whatever you're wearing, is caught on your seatbelt.
Oh fuck.
You are still in the car.
All right.
So he actually says that. He's just like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, underneath his breath.
The professor is I mean, you said Maya went like between these two buildings into this third, like further off building. He is going what?
No, go ahead.
I mean, he is going to try to aim to like also go there. Like he's going to steer the car around to go also between these two buildings and into, and I mean that, into the third building.
Oh, no.
Oh, Sammy, I think at this point just gives up trying to get out of the car and just braces himself.
Oh god.
Oh, Arata is so sorry, Sammy.
Yeah.
So you guys are barreling towards these two buildings. Maya has not actually run between the two, but they are in between the two of them, like right in the front of it.
Okay.
They see the car coming. They're not moving out of the way. They actually go. They pull something out from under their turtleneck. And you being in the front seat, both you and Seeker can see it is. What is that? A whistle? And they just blow as hard as they can, and you hear like this shrill whistling sound. And when this happens, one of the buildings, one of the doors open, and you see a few people like tumble out. Like, what's going on? What's happening?
The professor says to Seeker, "Press all the buttons."
Seeker slams his hand down on the buttons.
Oh my god!
All of them, all at once.
Yes, beautiful.
That's what I was waiting for. That's what I was waiting for.
And I'm so glad you did, because Seeker, would you like to press all the buttons?
All of them at once. He has the biggest grin on his face.
Please
And
just
as you do,
Sammy is pressing himself against the ceiling at this point.
you press all of the buttons at once.
Yeah.
Now, usually, this would be a very bad thing to do. However, I will explain that this, by putting all of these inputs, you essentially cancel everything out. And
Aw.
the car comes very abruptly to a stop, right in front of Maya.
I found the emergency brake.
Oh yes, and the professor just he pats the dashboard enthusiastically and he says, "Good girl."
Oh,
Meanwhile, Maya just darts around the car and goes to the people that have come outside.
Sammy
Starts
just
signing
kinda-
desperately.
Sammy just kind of melts to the floor before like getting out, and he's gonna look at what Maya's signing to try and like explain their case too.
Oh, but for the people who bailed, you aren't too far away.
Yeah, Arata's running into the crowd trying to find Maya and the group. Can I
You
have
attempt to do this. There actually is a sizable amount of people. I would say maybe about like 10 or so who look just kind of confused and kind of concerned as you
Alright,
try
here's
to.
what's going to go. Oh, here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Arata knows that this is going to cause so much commotion. It's probably going to be a bad idea. Arata cups his hands over his mouth so that he's making like a makeshift megaphone.
Oh.
With his hands. Just shouts, "A child has been kidnapped!"
And sorry, I'm over here like, oh shit. But they all turn to you, and they're kind of just muttering for a moment. They actually hurt a little bit, and you see Maya. They doff their beret really quick, and they shake it out, and out tumbles a very sleepy looking Bevan. It looks a little blue, a little dizzy, but they shake it off real quick.
What?
And immediately the crowd looks at them and just converges.
Oh no.
No,
They
Bev.
converge and lift Bev up into the air. Bevan! You're back!
Wait.
This, my friends, is the truth.
Oh, Sammy does not trust like that. Sammy does not trust like that.
Arata doesn't trust like that.
And I have to say, all of the people that are in the group photo are there, except for Laffy, obviously, and the person standing to the left of Laffy. They are not there as well.
Left.
I'm gonna have to look at the. Give me just 1 second to find the image again.
It's the one with the fan over their face.
Okay, yes, the
Oh.
tall person in
Okay.
the red kimono.
Yes.
Mm,
So,
mhm.
but everybody else is there. And they're all like, the majority of them are like, "Oh my gosh, you're back!" And there's a bunch of hugs. And Bev is confused, but is also smiling and giggling as everyone is kind of passing them around a bit.
All right.
But a couple individuals are looking your way, and they just kind of look puzzled.
All right. The professor storms out of the car and says, "What is going on here?"
Well, I'd
You
like to ask you.
try. Arata is pointing accusingly at Maya, and he goes, "You could have told us what was happening from the very start. Instead, you tried to hurt my best friend without communicating what happened. Why did you do this? Why go through this whole length? I would have been happy to help you. I would have been happy to help Bevan. Why in God's name would you do this?"
They look at you, and you notice they're breathing heavily. They just look tired. They look at you
Sammy-
kind of defeated.
Sammy raises his hands and actually starts signing at Maya. Says, "We would have helped you bring them back. But instead you went basically around our backs and kidnapped him. You kidnapped them. You
We're Bevan's friends. Can you blame us for being scared and worried? You're
The
the
crowd-
troop. Can't you understand why that would hurt us?
The crowd is looking in disbelief, looking from you guys, you two, to Maya and back. But Maya just signs weakly, "I'm sorry," and collapses on the spot.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
God.
Sammy's rolling medicine. Okay, where is his medicine modifier?
And
Okay.
a couple members of the crowd come forward to see if Maya's all right as well.
Okay,
if
that's
you
a
want-
17 plus 1.
Neat. You notice that they. Oh. I don't trust like that. But me, Arata, would you like to explain yourself?
Yeah, his voice was shaking, but the moment Maya collapses, he goes quiet. He is silent. And his face is stoic. And he's just watching as Sammy checks on Maya, and so does everyone else. And he's just kind of just standing there with balled fists at his side.
As you check on Maya, Sammy, you do notice they are okay. They've just kind of passed out. You're assuming it's because of their previous exhaustion. They're essentially just really exhausted. It isn't anything particularly life-threatening. And when the others notice this, they're like, "Oh, we gotta get you to bed, dear. What in the blazes happened?"
The professor would like to step up and cast Identify on Maya.
I identify?
Yeah, you choose. Well, let's skip to the creature part. If you instead touch a creature throughout the casting, you learn what spells, if any, are currently affecting it. Yeah,
okay.
that's basically it.
If you would like to.
I would.
Okay,
I
so
think it just happens.
yeah, I think it just happens too.
Yeah, it's
So
instantaneous.
you cast Identify. Currently, Identify. Let me read some more.
Nice.
It says spells are currently affecting it. Correct. Okay. So far, there does not seem to be any spells affecting them. But the tallest one in the group, who is a rather big, muscular toon goes and kind of scoops up Maya. They just pick him up. They have to get to bed, huh? And you rest.
Professor just scowls at them.
And they just kind of look a little confused for a moment. But then you hear another voice come from the building. What's all the ruckus outside? Is everything okay? And they get into the doorway and walk down the steps. The crowd parts immediately, and you see. You notice that everybody else that had come out of the inn. Well, sorry, I spoiled that. It's an inn, by the way. Everyone that has come out had been toons, but this one is a real kind man. Looks to be a human. Got a big hat on, and it's an older man. They look about. What was that noise? I know that was the whistle, but what's it all about? What is going on?
I think. Nice.
Big Seeker.
Yeah,
Seeker,
for anyone listening later, Seeker is sitting on the hood of the car, and so is Amber. Love it.
They're just vibing. I don't know what's happening. They're vibing.
Can I really quickly resolve Sammy's insight on Arata?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. My brain just.
Yeah. That was a 14. I'm just going to say that 14 because you are so very good friends with Arata, Sammy. I'll give this to you. Arata's voice when he had shouted was so full of raw emotion that the reason why he just fell silent is because he's overwhelmed because of everything that's happening, the consequences, and his own emotions just overwhelmed him so much that his only way of, I guess, protecting himself in this moment is just being quiet.
Sammy, upon picking this up, he kind of gets back up from where he was kind of crouched down to check on Maya, and he walks over to Arata and just kind of slowly, so Arata can like pull away if he needs, just kind of pulls Arata into his arms and tucks Arata underneath his chin and just kind of plunk. His chin is now nestled very securely into a very messy bedhead head. And he is being hugged. If he lets.
Arata does not resist. In fact, he welcomes this openly. This is going to make him feel better, don't worry.
Okay, good. 'Cause like just Sammy's just gonna kind of protectively wrap his arms around Arata and just kind of, you know how like a mother hen like will like kind of just fluff up their feathers and stuff and nestle the chicks inside.
Aw.
That's the vibe Sammy is kind of giving out, especially because there's a new real kind on the scene.
Yeah,
Who...
speaking.
Yeah.
Yes, continue. Yes.
Well, just because everybody seems to give this person authority, so just Sammy's hackles, who are already raised, rose more now.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yep.
One last note. For listeners, this is what I call Arata's silent protagonist mode. Dabs.
Silent protagonist.
Okay. The professor is going to do his best to, I think, step in between. I mean, the others are on the car. He's going to step between Sammy and Arata and the troop, and sort of. I mean, this guy just stepped out and started to take a man, so he's partially addressing this new person and also just the troop at large. And he puts his arms out, like, all right, like full, like cards on the table here. He says, and he looks pretty like somber. He says it seems as if your friend Maya is pretty terrible at communicating for a mime, and he says, I mean, he just starts to like explain. He says, Maya hired myself and these two compatriots, you know, he gestures to the car.
Seeker gives
to
a little like wave from the car.
Oh my god. To
I was already eating the seats.
oh my god.
Oh my god.
To help find Bevan, who I'm glad is okay. And
Wait, Bevan? Bevan, you're and they look towards the crowd and Bev is there. And Bev goes,
Yeah, happy. I'm back. It's okay.
You
can
cut
let me
out. What
down?
was the name that Bevan said?
Pappy. This is Pappy.
Okay.
ooh.
Bev kind of scrambles across the crowd down.
Yeah, I'm back.
And Pappy looks, oh, you are. And they kind of kneel down to give them a little hug. Oh, I'm so glad that you've returned, but that what you're saying is
They're telling the truth. Just let them keep explaining.
There seems to have been, at the very least, some miscommunication here. And he says, let's see. Oh god, I mean, how much does he know about that? He says, Maya met with a detective, Detective Shirley A. Plant, at which point,
yes, Plant. I know that one. I'm the one that hired them.
and at which point, our party ran into, well, Bevan, and also these two here. And he's not going to say their names, but you know, he gestures to Sammy and Arata, who are like, how do I word this? Who've been confirmed from a reliable source that they are good friends of Bevan, and Bevan also has said as much. And he gestures to Bevan, like, please. Like, these are your
Happy.
friends, yes?
Happy they are. They're my friends. They helped me when I was lost. So they're not bad or anything.
And Pappy gives them a little pat on the head. Oh, well, you wouldn't make a bad friend at all. And he stands up and faces you again, Professor.
Yeah. At this point, Maya started acting particularly strange. They ran away from these two friends, taking Bevan, I won't say by force, but taking Bevan and purposefully ditching the two friends and riding away without explaining anything, and without any sort of without any sort of notice, without any sort of excuse. And, well, I'm sure you can understand from these two friends' point of view, to suddenly have their good friend Bevan taken by somebody they don't know. Bevan knows them, but whom they don't know, and who suddenly takes off without speaking to anyone, and runs and will not give any explanation. They were alarmed. And so we gave chase. And here we are.
And as you finish speaking, Pappy does nod and then shakes his head with a tisk tisk. Oh, Maya. And they take a couple of steps towards where Maya is currently being held, kind of like a potato sack, by the taller, muscular tune. They always want to do something on their own. I told them that we had things handled. And of course, they would do something like this out of line. And they walk back to the professor. I'm so sorry that all of this happened. I had no idea. I knew that they were going into Toontown for something, but for this, oh, and they lean a little to the left to address the Arata and Sammy. I'm just so sorry. That must have been, we've been missing them for months, so I get why Maya did that, but it's not okay. I'm sure to have a talk with them, well, as soon as they're conscious. But
We
want to know what happened.
We want to know why. We just want to make sure that Bevan's gonna be okay. That's all we want.
Bevan walks up.
Sammy, Pappy, can they stay here?
Pappy just kind of looked like, eh?
They were taking care of me when I was by myself. So it's only fair that they get to stay with us for a bit, right? I don't want to leave them just.
And actually, hold on, I'm gonna have them roll something.
I love this conversation that's happening in the game zone.
Yeah, I see it. I'm just.
We're the two comic relief in the back who can't talk right now.
That's funny.
Was that a persuasion? Please say that was persuasion.
It was persuasion, and they are giving the biggest eyes. And Pappy kind of tips his hat for a moment and then chuckles. Of course we can, Bev. There's still plenty of room here. And besides, we need to get this thing straightened out as soon as possible. I'm sorry that things started out this way. But if you would like to maybe come inside. It's starting to get a little late already. And you notice that it seems to have gotten a bit later in the afternoon, in fact, closer to early evening. And they gesture to the inn. Would you like to join us for dinner?
Professor's just he's gonna look to Arata and Sammy.
Arata looks up at Sammy, and he just gives Sammy a nod.
Sammy I'm really quickly gonna just really quickly roll stealth really quick just to see. Oh, damn it. That was 6 plus.
What were
5.
you rolling?
Stealth.
Stealth?
Because he basically is saying in undertone to Arata only, something fishy is going on. I'm not damn well leaving until I find out whether Bev is gonna be okay or not.
Great.
Pappy actually does not hear this, but takes this as hesitation and adds, you wouldn't have to like pay or anything. We can feed you. And
No, it would be great if we could stay a little. And Sammy's eyes kind of crinkle a little bit, but they don't do the kind of really happy, shiny, like kind of half moon look that he gets when he's actually smiling underneath his mask.
yeah, I can tell.
Sammy, Arata's gonna form a mind link with you.
Mm-hmm.
But
Sam's gonna Arata's gonna form a mind link with you. In your head, you hear Arata go, "We know somebody in the troop wanted Bevan gone. This is dangerous, both for the rest of us and for Bevan." And you hear a second voice. "Keep your wits about you and stay calm. Be cautious."
and this was for
Sammy?
Mm-hmm.
For Sammy.
Okay.
Sammy kind of just thinks back and is just like, if one of them hurts Bevan, you kind of just get the impression that there's like a very, very coiled, tight grip on his anger. But there's the impression of if something happens to Bev, that control's gonna kind of snap.
I believe it. I do want to cut in and say, please, for the love of the recording, I do want Seeker and Amber to voice out this the little
Yes.
clips
Yeah.
in the roll zone.
Let's do that now.
Yes.
Let's do that now.
Okay.
Yes.
Please do
We
right
cut
now.
to them.
I-
We cut to them.
All right. Right after, I will note that Seeker's sitting on the hood of the car. Go ahead.
Alright, yeah, so Seeker had whispered to Amber that the chase was a 7 out of 10 on his personal list. I didn't.
Amber's inside the car, just methodically cutting apart the seats because, hey, it's been a while since she's eaten. And by a while, I mean like 2 hours at most. I'd say it was a solid 8 out of 10. These seat cushions are really good, you know.
I would have given it an 8 out of 10, but really, it would have been a lot better if we collided with Maya while the car was going around like that. I mean, think about it. Wouldn't it have been absolutely hilarious?
I think that might have killed them. Human logic can only go so far, you know. And also, most of this group are real kind, so I think that would also affect the outcome.
I thought the bowling ping thing would happen. I mean, I was fine in the car.
Yeah, but did you see those game warnings? We don't know who's supposed to be dying yet.
Oh, that's entirely fair. Forgot about those. This mystery isn't quite a murder mystery yet.
Who do you think it'll be? My bet's on Maya croaking. Or maybe a yet unknown villain, the mastermind of this all.
We do
I
have
love.
quite select cast here. Seeker's like looking over the troop.
And I will describe them, at least for the audience,
Yeah.
as well as since you are looking across them. You don't have to roll perception; they're right freaking there. So, who you see in this group thus far? There are 2 individuals in fencing outfits. They're actually pretty much shorter than most of the others. You realize that most of these guys are actually kind of tall. There is that very tall, muscular man who is carrying Maya like a potato sack. We have we have a shorter, older woman in a red fur coat who had been checking on Maya earlier, but seems a bit ruffled. We have this younger looking toon girl who is wearing a leotard and is just kind of looking at Pappy as they are speaking with Sammy and Arata. We also have two UPAans, one predominantly brown, one predominantly blue. One looks kind of like a cowboy, and the other one looks vaguely like a pirate. And yes, there is quite a varied cast here.
Honestly, if I had to give my best prediction on if a murder does happen, it'll be the woman in the red robe because that would be an absolutely dramatic thing. Oh, such if they're playing to cliches. But it would be interesting if something happened with those twin fencer characters. Uh, by the way, Seeker's kind of like stage whisper. This is all happening in the background of this very serious conversation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Which is why I wanted you to say it. I'm like, you got
I
it.
love it.
And
I bet it's going to be like in this really dramatic scene. Someone's like maybe that woman you're talking about. Maybe she's trying to protect Bevan from getting kidnapped from like whoever is orchestrating all this, and that is where the gunshot warning comes in, because that's how she dies.
oh yes, of course. Oh, wouldn't it be
Or
interesting?
maybe it'll be the bugs.
Maybe it'll be the but oh, this is very interesting.
May I cut in here?
Yes.
All right. So the professor has not heard any of that, but he after he looked towards Sammy and Arata, and they seem to have agreed, like, yeah, this is fine. Professor turns back to the troop. He is all smiles now, and he says, "This sounds wonderful. How about it then?"
The troop gives kind of like a pretty much like an agreeing sound. I'll let you know what each of them think. The two fencers just kind of nod, same as the one in the leotard. The one in the red coat still seems a little ruffled, but they kind of give a shrug, like, "All right." The muscular guy doesn't really do anything.
Still carrying Maya.
Yes, and the blue UPAN gives actually a smile back, like, "Oh, this is neat." But the other one kind of just gives a straight face, maybe like a frown. And Pappy's like, "All right then, we're gonna make sure that we have some room for you. We should. There are plenty of beds upstairs, and dinner's gonna be on me." And I'm thinking this is where we all start to file into the building, and unless we have anything else we want to say, because I'm thinking about ending it here.
I will say Seeker is like whispering like a theory to Amber if like one of the fencers blames the other fencer for a crime, and then it's a confusion because they can't tell who's who without taking off the masks. And yeah. It's just Seeker like pulling at all of the plot threads he knows.
Beautiful.
God bless.
All right. That seems like a good place, I think.
Yeah, so we kind of pan out as everyone quietly files into the inn, and we have kind of like the sun just starting to get pretty low in the sky. You see the rushing waters of the river that you luckily did not fall into. And when we return, we will have Act 2. And that about sums it up. Hope you guys had fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
So many twists, so many turns.
And we will see you all next week.
Bye.
Say goodbye, players.
See ya.